nuts and bolts in Philip really has it all. You'll find steel products, GE kitchen appliances, kitchen decor.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Philip Health Services proudly supports youth activities in our rural communities. Philip Clinic and Kadoka Clinic physicians and caregivers will provide you and your family with a personalized care experience. The clinic staff extend a sense of family and strive to improve the quality of life for all those who are entrusted to their care. When you or a loved one needs medical attention, choose a personal care experience at Philip or Kadoka Clinic. Open 6 days a week. For hours and more helpful information, see their weekly ad in the Pioneer Review or visit them online. Philip Health Service, a personal care experience.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We connect people. Have been for 100 years or so. How we get that done? Well, that won't always be the same. But why we connect people? Not in a million years is that ever going to change. We didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No. We just brought them together.
Kadoka Nursing Home is in the business of providing high-quality care for living your life with a little extra help. You and your loved ones can have peace of mind, having their staff provide comfort, health care, and dignified living while at their facility. And Kadoka Nursing Home is a great place to work. They have full-time, part-time, and after-school opportunities. Stop in at 605 Maple Street to ask about available positions, hours, and benefits packages. Kadoka Nursing Home, a proud sponsor of all Cougar activities on liveticket.tv. Kadoka Gas & Go has your travel needs covered right. Fill your car, then fill your belly with Piccadilly Circus pizza, burgers, hot dogs, snacks, and for real shakes for dessert. Open daily at 6 a.m. with breakfast sandwiches and donuts till 10 p.m. And they're a short trip away from the Badlands National Park. It's Kadoka Gas and Go off I-90, exit 150. For every day, just on the way. Proud sponsor of the Kadoka area Cougars and surrounding communities' activities.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Crew Agency has been proudly serving and protecting the local farmer and rancher since 1984. They offer all your crop insurance needs, including multi-peril crop insurance, pasture, rangeland, and forage, livestock risk protection, and crop hail. Crew Agency is a proud supporter of our local schools, athletics, and communities, and would like to wish all the student athletes good luck in their events this week. Give them a call at 605-433-5411. Crew Agency is an equal opportunity provider.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Phillip Motors, always willing to serve you with the winning combination of small-town friendly sales and service, and the latest vehicle and trucks from Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, and Chrysler. Your friends and neighbors across the West River Territory have come to depend on Phillip Motors, family-owned for over 40 years.
Offering back to the Crew Agency Press Box. Crew Agency, serving our farmers and ranchers since 1984.
After a hot start on the season with an 8-0 record, the Lady Cougars are trying to right the ship after a 2-game skid. And tonight, we'll see if they can get back in the winning column. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Cougar Den. Welcome to Kadoka, South Dakota, the gateway to the Badlands, as we are set to tip off Tuesday night girls basketball from the Kadoka area gymnasium. With Matthew Olson on camera, Jennifer Van Pelt on master control, I'm Dave Ortman, and we're about set to tip off girls JV basketball action. Our opponent is our neighbors to the west, the Wall Eagles. Come to town, and JV game comes up first. So we're set to tip this one off. A lot of action this week. Basketball tonight. There's also a game Thursday night. The Lady Cougars are back in action on Thursday night, and there will be a doubleheader with girls and boys basketball this coming Friday. So too cold, too snowy outside to do anything. So let's stay inside and watch some basketball. Haley Port's going to be at center, jump center, with Riggins Cheney, the 5'10 sophomore for the Eagles. Set to tip off. And it looks like we've got everything but a basketball to play the game here. So let's see if we can get this one figured out. There he comes. Must have had to go harvest the animal so he could. Yeah, I guess. It's like the New England Patriots back in the day here. Deflategate Kadoka style. Set to tip off. Girls JV action. The tip is controlled by the Cougars. Peyton Joe Johnson takes the tip from Haley Porch. Porch brings it down, has it knocked away, now pulled in by Carly Block. Carly starts down the lane, passes over the top to Brady Bichon. Brady drives the baseline, bounce passes to Peyton Joe, out front to Haley, to Madeline Rock. Bounce pass inside to Haley Porch is intercepted, and we're going to see a double dribble. That one, Riggins Cheney pulled the ball away. But the double dribble turns the ball over to the Cougars. Just underway here in the first quarter. Carly Block puts it in to Brady Bichon. Brady looks around to Haley Porch. Haley brings it down the right side, tries the bounce pass into Peyton Joe Johnson. Pass over the top. This is Madeline Rock. She's double teamed, so she passes it back out to Block. Here's Haley Porch with a 16-footer. In and out, no good. Carly Block pulls down the rebound and passes over to Rock. Maddie starts down inside, now passes out to Block. Look for the shot, now comes around the right side. Here's Peyton Joe, drives the baseline. Clears the baseline, passes out to Porch. 14-footer on the way is no good. Ball's tipped around by multiple hands, and it's finally controlled by the Lady Eagles. Bringing it the other direction is Bielmeyer, Jocelyn Bielmeyer. Passes, three-pointers on the way, it's too strong. That's Braylee Walker, she put it up. And nobody touched that one, so it'll go out of bounds and stay at the Eagles' end of the court. Braylee Walker puts it in bounds, puts it into Lexi Kerstead. Kerstead drives around, puts up the 6-footer, it's no good. Stays in bounds, however, and the Eagles pull it back. They pass out front to Walker. That's Bielmeyer. Over to Callie Castins. Now in the right corner to Walker. Walker passes out front to Bielmeyer. Bielmeyer with a 10-foot runner, bounces around. And the Eagles strike first blood on the scoreboard. 2-0, 4.5 to go here in the first quarter. Haley Porch is going to be fouled. Foul's going to be called on Braylee Walker. First foul for either team here. Madeline Rock going to put it in bounds. Eagles playing tight defense, but here comes Peyton Joe Johnson. They left her alone. Now they cover her up into Rock. Maddie bounces off the glass just a touch too strong. And she gets the rebound back after the Eagles had it. They lose it, but Carly Block gains control. And she brings it around the top of the key. This is Rock. Passes to Johnson. Peyton Joe Johnson misses the layup. She laid it off the glass and had it. But she was moving a little too quickly. Didn't get time to set her feet and put it up. Ball's knocked out of bounds, and the Cougars will keep it at their end. Long, high pass to Porch. Ball's knocked away. Picked up that time by Rock. Madeline bounce passes it into Bichon Brady. The layup is no good. Pulled down there by Riggins Cheney. Now cleared out to Bielmeyer and cleared out to Castins. She crosses half court. Passes it down. 3-pointers on the way. Too strong. Off the side of the rim, no good. That was Lexi Kerstead that put it up. Possession bounces around, finally recontrolled by the Cougars. This is Carly Block. She brings it down the lane, lays it off the glass too strong, but she's fouled in the process. And we're going to see the second foul called on Wall. That's going to be called on Riggins Cheney, the 5'10 sophomore. Whistled for her first. Second team foul for the Eagles here in the first quarter. Carly Block goes to the line. First shot's on the way, bounces around, and out. No good. Second shot by Block, put up, and it's good. So the Cougars are on the board for the first time. 2-1 in favor of the Eagles. This is Castins. Back to Bielmeyer. As they're trying to cross half court, they still haven't done it. Cougars trying to get the stop, and now they get it across to Walker. Braylee Walker passes back out to Castins. Dishes it off to Bielmeyer. Bielmeyer passes it off to Walker. Braylee Walker has it knocked away by Peyton Joe Johnson. She feeds Brady Bichon ahead. Brady is defended. Here's Madeline Rock from the free throw line. She puts it up from the elbow. It is no good, and a battle for it underneath the basket. Jump ball is going to go over into possession of the Wall Eagles. 2-1, halfway through the first quarter in tonight's ball game. Here comes Castjans. She passes it ahead. Lexi Kersted's got an open look. She bounce passes it inside. Ball's almost lost out of bounds, but Cheney gets it. They put it back out front. This is Bielmeyer putting up the shot. It's no good, but Bielmeyer pulls it down. And as she's falling out of bounds, she bounces it off one of the Cougar players, and it'll stay in control of the Eagles. Walker set to put it in bounds. She's looking. Cougars have them covered up pretty good. She puts it out front, and Carly Block gets it away. She loses it, but Peyton Jo Johnson right there to take it to Rock. Out to Porch. Haley puts it up from the elbow, off the rim, no good. And the Eagles pull it down. This is Castjans bringing it up the right side. They're going to try to trap her, and they do. And they get it stopped. Cougars get it stopped, but they were the last ones that touched it before it went out of bounds. So the Eagles will put it in play from in front of the Cougar stands. This is Braylee Walker. She inbounds it to Bielmeyer. Jocelyn Bielmeyer, the 5'8 freshman, takes it down. Now passes out to Castjans, puts up the three, and it's good. Callie Castjans with her first three-pointer of the night, and the Eagles up 5-1. Bashan bringing it down. Here's Peyton Jo Johnson. Takes the pass over to Block. Carly lays up the 4-footer, and it's good. Good passes, good shots by the Cougars. 5-3. Back the other direction. Here's Cheney. Cheney passes back to Bielmeyer. Bielmeyer starts down the lane. Passes out front long. Three-pointer on the way is no good. Looks like the Eagles are going to get this one back, though. It comes out to front court. Here's Castjans. She's uncontested going down the lane. Off the left side of the rim, no good. They scramble for it, and Castjans comes up with it. Here's Bielmeyer. Bielmeyer starts down in. Bounces it off the back of the rim, no good. Brady Bashan loses it, and it goes back to the Eagles. Bielmeyer passes out front. This is Walker. Braylee Walker. Now dishes back to Bielmeyer, and we're going to see a travel called on Bielmeyer. Subs coming in the ball game. Get some names to you here as we go. I think it's Rylan Grabo is in there. Also, Lexi Kersted checks into the ball game. Lexi was already in there. Into the ball game is Rihanna Anderson also. Cougars lay it up and in. That was Brady Bashan with her first field goal of the night, and they tie it up 5-5. Just over a minute to go. Eagles have it at their end. This is Kersted. She drives the baseline, now clears it back out to Bielmeyer. Bielmeyer starts the drive, now passes it back out front. Castjans tried to save it for the Eagles, but she can't, and it goes back over to the Cougars. Cougars have held their starting five in the whole first quarter. We'll see if that's what they do here for the rest of the first quarter. Passes over to Haley Porch. She lost a handle on it, but gets it back. Bounce pass into Rock. Madeline bounce passes to Carly Block. Carly stops, puts up the shot. It's no good. Scramble forward underneath the rim. Peyton Jo Johnson comes out of there with it. Here's Madeline Rock. Starts down in, now passes back out to Block. Carly starts in, stays outside. 7 on the shot clock. They bounce pass into Rock. Maddie drives the lane. Bounce passes inside. And we're going to see the Eagles come up with it. And no possession declared. So they're going to declare a shot clock violation on the Cougars. And the Eagles, with 27.1 seconds to go, have the shot clock shut off and bring it the other direction. This is Castjans. Bounce passes. This is Peyton Jo Johnson steals it away. She goes to lay it off the glass. It's knocked away, no good. But that's Rylan Grabo that fouls her, the 5'2 sophomore. Foul's going to be called that time on Rylan Grabo, 5'2 sophomore. Brady Bashan's going to step off quickly. Shelby Schofield checks into the ball game for her. Peyton Jo Johnson at the line. Missed her first one, puts up her second one. And we see a lane violation by the Cougars. And that will turn it back over to the Eagles with 19.3 to go. This is Grabo. Passes out to Castins. Castins looks for help. Back to Grabo. They've got her trapped. Peyton Joe Johnson knocks it away. Peyton Joe brings it in, lays it off the glass, up and in, and it's good. So the Cougars get their first lead of the game as Castins brings it the other direction. No shot's going to be put off here at the end of the first quarter. And that's how this one's going to end here in the first quarter. 7-5, Lady Cougars JV team on top of the Eagles JV team. Back after the 60-second timeout. You're watching Kadoka Area Live Ticket.
Down-to-earth, comfortable car shopping experience. Search online at philipmotors.com or stop by and see their new and used inventory. Philip Motors proudly supports all local school activities.
Whether you're traveling to or from the game, make a stop at Discount Fuel in Kadoka. They have a large variety of foods from hot stuffed pizza, roasted chicken, sub sandwiches, and their famous chicken gizzards. They can accommodate large groups and orders. Call them at 605-837-2271. While filling your own tank, refuel your vehicle's tank with gas or diesel. They look forward to serving your needs. Discount Fuel and Kadoka Oil, serving the surrounding area for all your bulk fuel and propane. Welcome back to the Crew Agency Press Box. Crew Agency, serving our farmers and ranchers since 1984.
And welcome back. Set to start the second quarter. The Lady Cougars JV team going to go with 4 out of 5 of the same players that played the entire first quarter. Shelby Schofield came in there at the end. Brady Bashan stepped out of the ball game, and she's not back on the bench just yet. So Shelby's going to stay in there for her as we start the second quarter. Cougars going to put it in bounds. They pass into Carly Block, who passes to Johnson. Peyton Joe starts down in, now passes over to Shelby Schofield. Out front to Porch. They try to tie her up. They get it to Rock. Madeline is harassed there by a double team. Ball's knocked around. Last touched by the Cougars. Good defense being put on by the Eagles. And clamping down pretty tight. And they were able to force the turnover. Eagles bring it back the other direction. This is Bielmeyer. Passes down to Kerstead. Lexi Kerstead starts down the lane. Now passes. Has it knocked away. And Shelby Schofield's there to grab it. Passes over to Porch. Haley passes down to Carly Block. Carly starts down the lane, feeds Peyton Joe Johnson, puts up the 8-footer, and it is good. That's 4 points in a row by Peyton Joe Johnson. She's got 4 on the night. Cougars up by 4. Trying to trap the Eagles at half court. Castins, long pass down court to Riggins Cheney. Cheney passes back to Bielmeyer. Bielmeyer in the left corner. 3-pointers on the way, and it bounces off the back of the rim, no good. That was put up by Lexi Kerstead, and Carly Block pulls down the rebound and clears the zone. Haley Porch passes to Madeline Rock. Now there's a scramble for the ball, and the Eagles take it away. Callie Castins brings it down, and Madeline Rock's going to be whistled for the foul. That's her first. First foul for the Cougars here in the entire first half, I believe. Anyway, that's Maddie's first one. First shot's on the way is no good. That's Callie Castins, the 5'8 freshman. Rayleigh Vandermeer checks in for the Cougars, the 5'8 8th grader, 5'4 8th grader. Rayleigh pulls down the rebound, passes over to Porch. Haley brings it down, passes up front to Shelby Schofield, brings it down the left side. Now looks around, tall pass is picked off and knocked away by the Eagles. This is Bielmeyer. She comes back, passes it over to Kerstead. They put it in the left corner. Kerstead gets it back. Now they pass it back to Cheney. Picked off that time by Carly Block. She's got her defender on her. She lays it off the glass, and it's good. Carly Block's got the hot hand for the Cougars here tonight. She's got 5. As the Cougars bring it back the other direction. The Eagles bring it back their direction. They lose it out of bounds on the good defense by the Cougars, and it goes back to the Cougars. Rayleigh Vandermeer inbounds it to Haley Porch. They put it down court. Dangerous pass, and it's intercepted. That's Brayleigh Walker that pulls it down for the Eagles. Passes up to Bielmeyer. Jocelyn Bielmeyer now loses it off her foot, and Carly Block pulls it back as Carly tries to maintain possession of it. I think she got her on the arm. That's Bielmeyer. That's her first team foul for the Eagles here in the second quarter. So the Cougars put it in play. This is Peyton Joe Johnson. Down to Vandermeer. Rayleigh looking around, finds Shelby Schofield in the corner. Wanted the shot, puts it back out front to Carly Block on the left wing. Back to Schofield. They look inside. Here's Vandermeer. She drives the basket, puts it up, and has the block. Didn't make the shot, but she drew the foul. If you're not going to make the shot, an opportunity to make another shot is your next best option, and that is Riggins Cheney. That's her second foul on the night. Second team foul. Rayleigh Vandermeer goes to the line for the first time tonight, puts the first one up, and it's no good. Vandermeer goes to put up her second shot, bounces around, no good. Pulled down that time by Cheney. She puts it back out front to Bielmeyer. Bielmeyer puts it out to Walker. Braylee Walker. They bring it along the left side, trying to trap them, but they don't. Bielmeyer passes in the corner to Walker. Braylee Walker puts up the three-pointer. It's no good. Nobody touches it as it goes out of bounds, so it'll go back over to the Cougars. 11-5. Cougars are up by 6. As they're set to put it back inbounds. This goes into Haley Porch. Now out to Block. Carly Block brings it down court. Passes over to Schofield. To Block. Carly stops at the free throw line. Lays it off the glass. No good. But right there is Peyton Jo Johnson. She puts it up. It's no good. Tries to clear it back out. Carly Block puts up the 10-footer. It's no good. And the Eagles pull it down. Missed opportunities for the Cougars there. As the Eagles bring it back down. It's intercepted that time by Haley Porch. She passes it out front to Shelby Schofield, who comes across half. Shelby starts down in, and we're going to see a reach called that time on Jocelyn Bielmeyer. It'll be her second foul. Third team foul for Wall here in the second quarter. As Carly Block puts it into Shelby Schofield. Now back out front to Block, but it's knocked away and taken away by Castgens. She takes it down, lays it off the glass, no good, and Rayleigh Vandermeer is there to pull it away as the Cougars bring it back to their end of the court. Pass off to Porch. Haley passes out front to Shelby. Now to Block. Cougars are not down inside, and they tried the pass down inside, and it's knocked away and stolen away by the Eagles. Here's Castgens. Crosses half court, now passes back out front to Walker. Braylee Walker wants it back to Castgens. Carly Block harasses her, knocks the ball away, but they put it over to Kerstead. Kerstead puts up the three-pointer. It's off the front of the rim, no good. Castgens there to pull the rebound down. Here's another three-pointer on the way for the Eagles. They like to shoot. Haven't had a lot of success here in the first quarter, or in the first half, I should say. And we're going to see a timeout called. 30-second timeout. We'll be right back on Kadoka Area Live Ticket.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dakota Country Pharmacy in Phillip is an independent...
Welcome back to the Crew Agency Press Box. Crew Agency, serving our farmers and ranchers since 1984.
And welcome back to the Cougar Den. Cougars scrambled around and were able to get the possession, but before they got called for a travel, Royal Addison, JV coach, called for a timeout and kept the Cougars with the possession. They pass down to Brady Bashand, who's back in the now. Triple teamed as she goes in, puts up the shot, it's no good, and has the ball knocked away, and it will stay in possession of the Cougars underneath their own basket. Subs coming in. Kara Schofield checks in for her sister. Madeline Rock also comes in for Rayleigh Vandermeer. She checks out of the game. 2:04 to go. Cougars up by 6. They get it into Porch, who passes it into Kara Schofield. She tries the tall shot. So tall that it hits the top of the backboards. The whistle blows, and it will go over to the Wall Eagles. Eagles put it in bounds. This is Bielmeyer. She brings it down the right side. Now passes across court to Kerstead, who passes back down to Walker. Walker, three-pointer on the way. That's Jocelyn Bielmeyer. Shots missed, but they pull it back down. This was Walker. Now they bounce pass it in to Kerstead. Lexi Kerstead has it knocked away, but the Eagles touched it last. So the Cougars with a chance to extend that 6-point lead. Put it back in bounds. Porch passes over to Rock. Long pass down court to Brady Bashand. And she's tied up there by Rihanna Anderson. Anderson, the 5'9 freshman, catches her first foul of the night. That's the fourth team foul for the Eagles. Cougars put it in bounds. This is Johnson, Peyton Jo Johnson. To Rock, back out to Johnson. She lays it off the glass, no good. Pulled down by Rihanna Anderson. Eagles bring it back the other direction. If they start dropping a few of those threes, this game's going to be tied up in a hurry. They pass down to Kerstead. Kerstead passes out front. That's the ball knocked away. This is Kara Schofield that knocked it away. And we're going to see a jump ball. Kara tied up with Riggins Cheney. And I think we are going to see... Nope, I thought we were going to see a timeout there with a minute 14 to go. Peyton Jo Johnson going to take a seat. Carly Block checks in for her. Eagles set to put it in bounds. This is Walker. She puts it in, and the 8-footer is put up and hit by Riggins Cheney. Cheney hits her first 2 points of the night as the Cougars bring it the other direction. Kara Schofield's open at the other end. Had an open look, but she slipped an extra step in there. And gives the opportunity for the Eagles to draw even closer. Braylee Walker puts it in bounds to Bielmeyer. Back to Walker. Walker crosses half court. Passes down front to Anderson. Now back out front to Kerstead. Kerstead back to Anderson. And Anderson got an extra step in there. So this one turns back over to the Cougars. 51.8 seconds to go. Madeline Rock into Porch. Back to Rock. Now to Carly Block. They find Kara Schofield. Kara's got the open lane. She takes it down in there. Tries to lay it off the rim and no good, but she's fouled as she puts up the shot. Foul's going to be called that time on number 23. That's Rihanna Anderson. That's her second, and that's the 15th foul, but Kara was in the act of shooting, so she'll shoot a pair. Puts up the first one, bounces around, no good. Cougars have been a little chilly from the free throw line here in the first half. Adeline Barner checks in for the Cougars. She's going to check in for Haley Porch, who's going to take a breather here to finish the first half. Kara steps to the line. Eyes the basket for her second foul shot. Puts it up off the front of the rim. No good. There's a scramble for it, and the Eagles come down with it. This is Anderson. Puts it out front to Bielmeyer. Bielmeyer back to Castens. 28 seconds on the shot clock. They've got plenty of time. Out front to Anderson. They put it back out front to Castens in the right corner. Not sure who that was going to. That was intended, I think, for Braylee Walker, but Rihanna Anderson tried to pick it off. Lost it off her hands, and the Cougars with an opportunity here to get the last shot of the second quarter before we go to halftime. Carly Block puts it into Bashand. 20 seconds on the clock. Bashand's double teamed. Now looking for somebody to pass it to. She finds Adeline Varner, and it's too tall. Kara Schofield saves it from going across the line, but she knocks it out of bounds. So with 13.1 seconds left, the Eagles have another opportunity. Ten seconds to go. They get it back. Here's Bielmeyer. She starts the drive down in. Lost it and got it back. Puts it over to Castens. Castens lost it. She's got 3 seconds to shoot, and they're tied up there at half court. And the whistle blows as the buzzer sounds. And that's how the first half is going to end. 11-7, the Cougars JV over the Wall Lady Eagles JV team. Let's give a special thank you to our live ticket sponsors who make this possible with their financial support. This broadcast possible. Special thank you to Farmers Union Insurance, Crew Agency at Cactus Flat, South Dakota. Olson's Pest Technicians, Golden West, Great Plains Tribal Health, South Dakota Social Services, Farm Credit Services of America, Discount Fuel and Kadoka Gas and Go here in Kadoka. Bank West, CHS. Matt McCormick, your State Farm agent here in South Dakota. Kadoka Nursing Home, Grossenberg Implement. Enders Insurance. Thanks to Donna Enders with Farmers Union Insurance here in downtown Kadoka. Dakota Country Pharmacy, Philip Motor, Scott Carlson, your State Farm agent. Philip Health Services, Colts Nuts and Bolts, People's Market. Kadoka Community Betterment Association, Kennedy Implement and B&B Sales. Les's Body Shop, Philip Livestock Auction, Rush Funeral Home, Pioneer Review, and last but not least, Western Veterinary Services. Thank you to Drs. Headley and Dr. Dorn for sponsoring this broadcast. 11-7, JV girls on top of Walls JV girls. We're going to take a quick break and come back for second half action. Hey, thanks for joining us tonight on Kadoka Area Live Ticket.
Family-owned business. They exist to improve the quality of life for their customers and to make their community great. At Dakota Country Pharmacy, they work hard to ensure their pharmacists and staff not only assist customers with their needs, but build good relationships with them that will last for the long run. If you want a first-class pharmacy experience from a South Dakota independent pharmacy, then you've come to the right place. Dakota Country Pharmacy, a community pharmacy designed for you.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance.
Contact Donna Enders, your local Farmers Union Insurance agent, today.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Dylan Kessler today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Attention producers, the new year is upon us, and that means it's time to update your display and controller software, which is crucial for optimizing performance and profits. Contact the professionals at Grossenberg Implement today so you can make the most of the enhanced features and farming tools that are currently available. Optimize your efficiency, productivity, and connectivity options with a software update at Grossenberg Implement. Visit one of our 9 locations or go to grossenberg.com for more information. Grossenberg Implement, where service is the other half of a great product.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Colts Nuts and Bolts in Philip really has it all. You'll find steel products, GE kitchen appliances, kitchen decor, houseware, clothing, bugs and muck boots, and Milwaukee tools too. And you can get just the right color palette with Valspar paint. Take a look at the Ashley furniture they have and test out the amazing Rest mattresses. They also offer appliance repair and delivery. See all that they have to offer at Colts Nuts and Bolts in Philip.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Phillip Health Services proudly supports youth activities in our rural communities. Phillip Clinic and Kadoka Clinic physicians and caregivers will provide you and your family with a personalized care experience. The clinic staff extend a sense of family and strive to improve the quality of life for all those who are entrusted to their care. When you or a loved one needs medical attention, choose a personal care experience at Phillip or Kadoka Clinic. Open 6 days a week for hours and more helpful information. See their weekly ad in the Pioneer Review or visit them online. Phillip Health Service, a personal care experience.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We connect people. Have been for 100 years or so. How we get that done? Well, that won't always be the same. But why we connect people? Not in a million years is that ever going to change. We didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No. We just brought them together.
Kadoka Nursing Home is in the business of providing high-quality care for living your life with a little extra help. You and your loved ones can have peace of mind, having their staff provide comfort, health care, and dignified living while at their facility. And Kadoka Nursing Home is a great place to work. They have full-time, part-time, and after-school opportunities. Stop in at 605 Maple Street to ask about available positions, hours, and benefits packages. Kadoka Nursing Home, a proud sponsor of all Cougar activities on LiveTicket.tv. Kadoka Gas and Go has your travel needs covered right. Fill your car, then fill your belly with Piccadilly Circus pizza, burgers, hot dogs, snacks, and for real shakes for dessert.
Welcome back to the Crew Agency Press Box. Crew Agency, serving our farmers and ranchers since 1984.
And welcome back to the Cougar Den, 11-7. JV girls on top of the Wall Eagles JV girls by a 4-point differential here as we're set to start the second half. Just a reminder, if you missed it this week, you didn't miss a thing. We did not have the Chase the Ace drawing, thanks to our Antarctic blast that we got. Arctic blast. Wrong end of the world there, but so they did not have it this week. But just a reminder, you can buy your Chase the Ace tickets as the fundraiser for the Jackson County Sports Complex out of the track and football field. Just a reminder, you can buy those on Venmo Also, you can buy those tickets at Discount Fuel, Tammy's Dresses, and the Kadoka City Bar. Get your tickets for next week. I'm guessing the pot is probably going to be over $7,000 next week, so the chances are growing. Get those tickets bought. Back to action here. Cougars put it in bounds. Carly Block puts it into Peyton Joe Johnson. Peyton Joe loses the dribble, now passes it down to Porch. Haley looks inside, bounce, passes it back to Johnson. Peyton Joe looks around, out front to Rock. Carly Block has it on the left wing. She goes back out front, gives it to Brady Bashand. Tries to clear around Lexi Kerstead. But Kerstead is going to be called for her first foul. And the first team foul for the Eagles here in the third quarter. Cougars put it back in bounds, and we're going to see another whistle. Another foul. This one's going to be on Jocelyn Bielmeyer. Eagles playing pretty tight man-to-man defense. But we've seen two quick fouls, less than 30 seconds gone here. Cougars put it in bounds. This is Johnson into Porch. Back over to Peyton Joe. Peyton Joe out front to Bashand. Brady passes over to Carly Block. They're keeping it out front. Now Carly starts the drive down the lane. Haley Porch is going to put up the three-pointer, and it's short. And the Cougars' last ones to touch it. We'll have the Eagles put it back, or put it in play from underneath their own basket. This is Walker. Walker puts it into Bielmeyer. Cougars with a tight defense before they cross half, but the Eagles do clear it down to Leonard. Now the Cougars catch the turnover. Carly Block goes down the lane. She's fouled as she puts up the shot. Had a body hit the floor, but no offensive foul called. That one's going to be called on Brittany Walker. Yeah, we don't have the right number there. I think that might be 0. Callie Castens picks up her first foul. Let's say we do have a number 10, but that's Brittany Walker. She's not on the floor right now. So Carly Block going to go to the line. She'll shoot a pair of them. Carly's got 5 on the night. Make it 6. She drains that one, nothing but net. Puts the Cougars up by 5. Peyton Joe Johnson swaps places with Haley Porch. Haley goes back out to half court with Madeline Rock. Second shot's on the way. Bounces around, no good. And the rebound's pulled down by Riggins Cheney. Passes over to Bielmeyer. And Bielmeyer traveled. She picked up that left foot. So the Cougars forcing some turnovers here. Got to capitalize with some points as they put it in from in front of their own bench. This is Bashand. Puts it into Johnson. Peyton Joe passes off to Haley Porch at the top of the key. Now Haley clears back out front to Bashand. She's got Block open down underneath but didn't see her. And we're going to see a timeout. Full timeout. 4:46 to go here in the third quarter. 12-7 Cougars JV on top of the Eagles. Back in 60 on Kadoka Area Live Ticket.
Open daily at 6 a.m. with breakfast sandwiches and donuts till 10 p.m. And they're a short trip away from the Badlands National Park. It's Kadoka Gas and Go off I-90, exit 150. For every day, just on the way. Proud sponsor of the Kadoka Area Cougars and surrounding communities' activities.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
Great news. I just got the
Welcome back to the Crew Agency Press Box. Crew Agency, serving our farmers and ranchers since 1984.
4:46 to go here in the third quarter. Cougars took a timeout to get things set up. And they'll put it back in bounds from in front of their own bench. This is Carly Block. Puts it into Haley Porch. Haley guarded by Castens. Bounce passes over to Peyton Jo Johnson. She starts down the lane, now backs out, over to block. Carly starts down the left side, now dishes back to Bashan. Brady brings it back out front, below the free throw line. Here's Peyton Jo, puts up the shot, it's no good. And Haley Porch comes down with the rebound. Passes back to Madeline Rock at the free throw line. Carly blocked, thought about a three, now she starts down the baseline, backs out, passes out to Johnson. Out front to Rock. Ooh, dangerous pass. Haley Porch puts up the 14-footer, bounces off the front of the rim, no good. There's a scramble for it, and Peyton Jo Johnson saves it from going out of bounds. Passes it back to block, has it knocked out of bounds by Castens. So the Cougars will maintain possession. 12-7. They pass into Haley Porch. Haley tries to pass over the head to Rock. They find Brady Bashan. She lays it off the glass. That's what they're looking for. Bashan lays it off the glass. She's got 4 on the night. Eagles have been pretty good down below the basket. They've pretty much shut off any kind of attempt that the Cougars have had to go down in there, but the Cougars found a hole that time and laid it up and in. And they're up by a score of 14-7. Here's the Eagles at the other end. And before we see a shot put up, we're going to see a foul called under the basket on the Cougars. That's going to be Peyton Jo Johnson. She picks up her first of the night. First team foul for the Cougars here in the third quarter. Eagles have 3. As Walker looking for somebody to put it in bounds to. She bounce passes in into Riggins Cheney. Peyton Jo Johnson tied her up, but apparently got her on the arm, so that's going to be 2 quick fouls on Peyton Jo. It's her second team foul. So with 3:52 to go, Riggins Cheney goes to the line. They say she was in the act of shooting. She puts up her first shot, and it's no good. Cheney puts up her second shot, and it's good. 14-8 Eagles. Pass goes into Porch. Now back to Rock. Now the Cougars are facing trouble getting it across court. And we're going to see a carry on the Cougars in trying to get it across. So now the Eagles will have it back in their possession with a chance to narrow that lead, which is at 6 points right now for the Cougars. This is Walker. Puts it in bounds to Castens. Now pass it down low to Cheney. Cheney tries to turn around. It's no good, but she was fouled. Haley Porch, judging by her body language, is going to be whistled for the foul. And I was wrong. It's Madeline Rock whistled for the foul. First shot's on the way by Cheney. It's no good. I think Haley maybe thought that was going to be on her. But it was on Madeline Rock. That's her second. Second shot is on the way for Cheney. She puts it up, and it's off the back of the rim. No good. Battle for it at the free throw line. Now the ball comes free, and the Cougars pick it up. This is Peyton Jo Johnson. Passes ahead to Bashan. 2-on-2 at the other end. Brady lays it off the glass too strong. Battle for it. Back out front to Peyton Jo Johnson. She lays the fingertipper up and in. Nice move by her to put the Cougars back up, this time by 8. Eagles have an open girl underneath the basket, but they missed her. Peyton Jo Johnson hustles down, gets her hands on it, and passes back to Carly Block. Block to Johnson, over to Porch. Haley drives the baseline, lays it off the glass, and it's good. Now the Cougars finding a little leak in that low post. Drive along that baseline. Haley picks up her first 2 of the night, and the Cougars trap the Eagles at side court. They pass off, and I think this one's going to be against Carly Block. They said that she got her on the arm. It is. Carly picks up her first of the night. That's the 4th team foul for the Cougars here in the third quarter. So with just under 3 minutes to go, we could see some foul shots before this quarter comes to an end. Eagles put it in bounds. They put it into Cheney, who was guarded by Rock. Madeline with her arms up in the air. Pass it over to Bielmeyer. Bielmeyer put up the shot. But somebody stepped on the line. They say Bielmeyer stepped on the line while she had the ball. So the Cougars are going to get this one back. Porch to Rock. Up front to Peyton Jo Johnson. Now they pass it ahead to Shelby Schofield. Tries to put it down inside. Brady Bouchon puts it up, and it hangs on the rim, and no good. Boy, that's a great opportunity for Brady, and that was a tough shot. They scramble for it and battle for it underneath the basket. And we're going to see a jump ball that will go over to Wall. Brady had little to no leverage on that shot, and she still almost sunk it. It hung on the rim for about 2 seconds before it finally fell out. But the Eagles on the jump ball get it back. This is Castens. Ball's knocked away by Haley Porch. Haley pulls it back, and while she grabbed it, she stepped on the line. Good defense by the Cougars. They've been able to pin the Eagles against the sidelines multiple times tonight. And that's been the key to turning that ball over. This is Walker. She bounce passes it into Cheney. Cheney puts it down inside to a wide open Rihanna Anderson. And Anderson sinks it and pulls the Eagles back to within 8. Here come the Cougars back the other direction. This is Shelby Schofield who's in there now. To Madeline Rock. Madeline pulls the ball away. Now she lost it, and it's pulled away by Castens as she heads down to the other end. And they're going to whistle, I think, Brady Bouchon for a foul. Nope, we're going to see a full timeout. Full timeout. Back to this one after 1 minute on Kadoka Area Live Ticket.
Personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians.
Welcome back to the Crew Agency Press Box. Crew Agency, serving our farmers and ranchers since 1984.
And back to the Cougar Den. 2:04 to go here in the third quarter. The Eagles have not managed to pull it any closer than 18-10. But credit that to the Cougar defense. They forced a lot of turnovers. But the Eagles with an opportunity here as Brayley Walker gets set to put it in bounds for the Eagles. Long pass down inside. It's passed down inside to Rihanna Anderson. She puts it back out front. This is Walker. Brayley Walker puts it in the left-hand corner to Anderson. Anderson gives it back to Castens, who tiptoes along that sideline and not tiptoey enough. She came to a stop with her toes just on the line, and this one will go over to the Cougars on the turnover. Into Porch. Now down to Shelby Schofield. Shelby bounce passes to Haley Porch. Over to Johnson. Peyton Joe looking over for Shelby. Shelby thought about three, now pulled it down. Guarded by Castens. Number 0 on number 0. Shelby. High pass over to Porch. They put it down inside to Carly Block. They've got her open there, but it's too strong off the glass. This Brady Bouchon puts up the shot. It's no good. They clear it out to Haley Porch. And this one's going to go over to the Eagles. A little tough to say there because they both had hands on it. They're going to say this one goes over to the Eagles. Down by 8 with 1:25 to go here in the third quarter. They pass it in. It goes off the fingertips of Jocelyn Bielmeyer. And it will go back over to the Cougars. Brady Bouchon set to put it in bounds. Into Porch. Bounce pass back to Bouchon. She comes around to the top of the key. Now passes back on the left wing to Block. Carly, long pass over to Peyton Joe Johnson. Gives it to Shelby Schofield. 20 on the shot clock. Here's a three-pointer on the way. Bounces around, no good. That was Haley Porch that put that one up. Brady Bouchon got away with a foul there. She had her by the forearm. Here come the Eagles back the other direction. This is Bielmeyer, and we're going to hear a whistle for a travel on Wall. So we'll see how costly these turnovers are going to be later on. Carly Block puts it over to Peyton Joe Johnson. Peyton Joe guarded by Walker. She brings it down court. Bounce passes it over to Shelby Schofield. Passed over to Porch. Down the left corner to Brady Bashan. Brady pulls it down in, drives the lane, puts up the 6-footers. No good, but right there for the rebound on the lay off the glass is Peyton Joe Johnson. And we're going to see a delay of game warning on the Cougars. They put the ball out of bounds and it rolled a little far away. So 44.3 seconds to go. The Eagles go to put it in bounds. They get it into Bielmeyer. Guarded by Bashan. Jocelyn crosses half court. Guarded still by Bashan. Pass it out front to Castins. Callie Castins brings it to the right side. They pass back out to Anderson. Anderson passes out to Bielmeyer. Now to Castins. Back out front to Walker from the left wing. She passes it over to Rihanna Anderson. Now to Castins. 12 on the shot clock. She puts up the shot. It's no good. And the Cougars pull it down. This is Carly Block. Carly stops. Passes over to Shelby Schofield, who crosses half court. Passes to Haley Porch. Haley with 7 seconds on the clock. Eagles get it back. And the Cougars put on the press. We'll see if Wall can put up a shot. They put up the last shot. It bounces around and it's good. So at the buzzer, the Eagles with a timely 2-pointer pull themselves back to within 8. We'll see if it's going to be enough to finish this one up here in the fourth quarter. 20-12, JV Cougars on top of the Eagles JV. Back to finish it up after the 60-second timeout on Kadoka Area Live Ticket.
If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Crew Agency has been proudly serving and protecting the local farmer and rancher since 1984. They offer all your crop insurance needs, including multi-peril crop insurance, pasture, rangeland, and forage, livestock risk protection, and crop hail. Crew Agency is a proud supporter of our local schools, athletics, and communities, and would like to wish all the student athletes good luck in their events this week. Give them a call at 605-433-5411. Crew Agency is an equal opportunity provider.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values.
Welcome back to the Crew Agency Press Box. Crew Agency, serving our farmers and ranchers since 1984.
Set to start the fourth quarter. Good JV basketball action that we've had here so far. If you're going to see a game, you like to see a good one, and this has been a good one so far. Cougars took a lead in the first quarter and haven't given it back yet, and we're hoping that they don't, but they do turn the ball over. Pass goes to Shelby Schofield, and she stepped on the line. Sidelines must be a little thicker tonight. Seen a lot of people step on those sidelines. Let's talk to Mr. Ryman about that. So the Eagles put it in play. This is Bielmeyer, has it knocked away by Peyton Joe Johnson. This is Bashan. Brady lays it off the glass, and it's good. Boy, a good shot there by the Cougars. Points off the turnovers, always what you want. Brady's got 6, and the Cougars up by 10. They got her trapped at half, and they force the Eagles into a travel. So they turn the ball over, and Carly Block going to put it in play for the Cougars. Passed into Haley Porch. Dangerous pass. That one's knocked away also. Haley gets it back, however. Bounce pass over to Carly Block. 15-footer on the way. Bounces off the left side. No good. Right side, I should say. Peyton Joe Johnson gets it back. She passes out front to Bashan. Shelby Schofield going to put up the 3. It's short. And the rebound is pulled down by Rihanna Anderson. As the Eagles bring it the other direction, this is Jordan Leonard that lays it up and in. Leonard, newly in the ball game, lays it off the glass, and it's good. And pulls the Eagles back to within 8 with 5 minutes left to go in the game. This is Block. Brings it down court, guarded by Castins. Pass to Peyton Joe Johnson. She puts up the shot. It's off the back of the rim, no good. Haley Porch, however, gets over to it. She tries to save it back in bounds. Goes the wrong direction, and it ends up out of bounds in possession of the Eagles. Shelby Schofield going to check out of the ball game. Somebody that looks an awful lot like her. Her sister Kara checks into the ball game. 4:50 to go. Eagles bring it back the other direction. This is Bielmeyer. She lost the ball. Now they scramble for it on the floor. And we're going to see a jump ball that will go over to the Eagles. The Cougars have been good about grabbing it away from the Eagles and holding on to it tonight. We've seen a lot of good turnovers. Peyton Joe Johnson guarding Castins. Castins takes the pass inbounds. The pass it over to Bielmeyer. Bielmeyer crosses half court, guarded by Bashan. She brings it down and she travels. We'll see a whistle and have it go back the other direction. Cougars going to put it in bounds. Eagles, they've got the press on, kind of a loose press, so the Cougars can put it in bounds. Carly Block crosses half court, goes to the center, tries a high pass to Kara Schofield. Too high. She lost it, and fortunately for her, it went off of one of the Eagles. So with 4:27 to go, this one's going to go back or stay in possession of the Cougars. Cougars need some points here. Pass out front, intended for Peyton Jo Johnson, but Haley Porch got it back. It goes off the foot of one of the Eagles. So it stays in possession of the Cougars. Madeline Rock going to check in for the Cougars. Peyton Jo Johnson going to take a seat. Peyton Jo's had a good ball game so far here tonight. As Maddie checks in, and the Cougars put it in play. This is Porch. Haley brings it down court, guarded by Bielmeyer. Has the ball knocked away, but Haley gets it back. Now she's looking for somebody to pass it to. Over the head to Brady Bashan. Brady is going to be whistled. Yep, she got whistled for the travel. Brady stopped and let the defender fly by. Went to put the right-hander up, but they say she slipped an extra step in there. So here come the Eagles back the other direction. This is Castgens. Throws it down court, and this one's too tall for Rihanna Anderson. Cougars have tried to remedy that tight press by the Eagles by putting passes over the head. Sometimes it's been successful, but sometimes it hasn't. Tricky pass, but it's worked a few times. Madeline Rock puts up the shot. It's no good, and the Eagles pull it down. This is Anderson. Anderson passes off to Walker. Excuse me, that's Bielmeyer, who passes out front to Castgens. Here's Anderson. Passes out front. Three-pointer on the way is off the back of the rim. No good. Goes right into the hands of Kara Schofield. 3-on-2 for the Cougars. Kara's going to try taking it herself. She loses the handle on it, but gets it back. And then she's knocked out of bounds. That foul's going to be called on Lexi Kerstead. I think for Kerstead, that's going to be her second foul. This is the first foul we see here in the fourth quarter. Adeline Varner going to check into the ball game. She's going to check in for Carly Block. 3.5 minutes to go. I think Carly's going to go to the bench. They might use her in varsity tonight, or at least get her a breather here in the fourth quarter to bring her back in. Bashan looks around, tries the tall pass to Rock, puts it right in her hands. Madeline looking around for somebody to pass it to, and she can't. The Eagles get it back. Bounce pass goes to Anderson, and she brings it across half court. Anderson passes to Castgens. Castgens starts down the left side. Now clears it back out to Anderson. Back to Bielmeyer. Bielmeyer puts up the three-pointer, and it's no good. Doesn't touch the rim. And does not touch any hands after the shot was made. So this one will go back over to the Cougars. Eagles with two defenders down there. They pass in. Now pass down to Porch, and that one's stolen away. That's Rylan Grabo, who's back in the ballgame now. They try a pass down to Bielmeyer. Bielmeyer passes to the right side to Castgens. Three-pointer's on the way. Bounces around, and it's good. That's Rihanna Anderson. Pulls the Eagles back to within 5. This one's not settled yet. Cougars pass it down court to Adeline Varner. She passes over to Schofield. Kara puts up the three-pointer. It's no good. Haley Porch pulls it down. She passes into Rock. Madeline starts down the lane. Puts up the left-hander. It's no good. And she draws the foul. Maddie's going to go to the free throw line. Foul's going to be called that time on Jordan Leonard, who's in there now. That's her first. Second team foul for the Eagles here in the fourth quarter with 2:39 to go. Madeline Rock goes to the free throw line. Puts up the first shot. Bounces around. No good. Subs coming in for the Cougars. Adeline Varner. Kara Schofield going to take a seat. Peyton Jo Johnson and Carly Block come back in the game for the Cougars. Madeline Rock, the Cougar freshman, puts up her second shot. Bounces off the front of the rim. No good. They scramble for it. And Rock gets her own rebound, but then throws it out of bounds. Tried to feed one of her teammates, and her teammates put the brakes on, so it went out of bounds. And the Eagles A little bit of a run here, down by 5. This is Bielmeyer. She brings it down court, passes back to Grabo. Rylan Grabo now has trouble with some of the Cougars, and we see a timeout for the Eagles. 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here since we're almost to the end of the ball game. 30-second timeout on the floor. Cougars with a 5-point lead, trying to hold on and win this one. Just a reminder that at halftime of the varsity game, I see the 2-liter bottles of pop in the cases down there, so they'll be doing the hoop shoot at halftime as the village people entertain us here. Probably a little tired. They performed yesterday at the inauguration, but they're up for it. So the Cougars up by 5, trying to stop the Eagles as they take it back down court here. Eagles going to put it in bounds from in front of the Cougars, from in front of the scorer's table, I should say. And with 2:25, it's the original starters back in the game. Peyton Jo Johnson, Madeline Rock, Haley Porch, Carly Block, and Brady Bashand. Putting it in bounds for the Eagles, Rihanna Anderson going to put it in. On the floor for them is Bielmeyer, also Callie Castens. They get it into Anderson, and we hear a whistle, and Anderson's going to be whistled for the foul. And here's where the Cougars need to use up that shot clock and finish it with some points in their column. Madeline Rock bounce passes it into Porch. Now up to Johnson. Peyton Jo crosses half court along the left side, pulls the ball away, and she passes down to Brady Bashand, who comes to gather it in. They pass back out to Peyton Jo. Peyton Jo starts down in. They do not need the 3. They're going to shoot one anyhow. Haley Porch puts it up. Hey, they don't need it, but they got it. Haley Porch puts the Cougars back up by 8 as the Eagles bring it back the other direction. This is Bielmeyer, guarded by Johnson. Peyton Jo with a bounce pass over to Castens. Castens over on the left side. 3-pointers on the way and too strong. That was Rylan Grabo. Rebound pulled in by Madeline Rock and given back to Haley Porch. Haley brings it down. Bounce passes it inside to Peyton Jo Johnson. They try to find Brady Bashand, but Rihanna Anderson stepped in the way and stole it away. Brady Bashand with the reach, but it wasn't whistled. They pass it in the left side corner. That's Rylan Grabo. She starts down the baseline. Ball's knocked away, and Peyton Jo Johnson comes away with it. Passes down court to Bashand, just across half court. Haley Porch brings it down. They try to pass it in, intended for block, but Bashand pulled it away. Here's another 3-pointer on the way. Is off the front of the rim. No good. They scramble for it under the basket. Coming away with it is Jordan Leonard. Leonard passes over to Bielmeyer. They pass over to Anderson, to Castens in the left corner to Grabo. Now we're going to see a timeout called by the Cougars. Full timeout on that shot by Jordan Leonard. Back to finish this one up after the 60-second timeout here on Live Ticket.
Pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Phillip Motors, always willing to serve you with a winning combination of small-town friendly sales and service. And the latest vehicle and trucks from Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, and Chrysler. Your friends and neighbors across the West River Territory have come to depend on Phillip Motors, family-owned for over 40 years, offering a relaxing, down-to-earth, comfortable car shopping experience. Search online at phillipmotors.com or stop by and see their new and used inventory. Phillip Motors proudly supports all local school activities.
Whether you're traveling to or from the game, make a stop at Discount Fuel in Kadoka. They have a large variety of foods from hot stuffed pizza, roasted chicken, sub sandwiches, and their famous chicken gizzards. They can accommodate large groups and orders. Call them at 605-837-2271. While filling your own back to the Crew Agency Press Box. Crew Agency, serving our farmers and ranchers since 1984.
57 seconds to go to decide this one. And the Cougars up by 6. Set to put it in bounds. Cougars have all 5 of their players down at their end of the court. So Carly Block's just going to bring it up by herself. She crosses half court. Passes over to Porch. Haley looks down inside, now keeps it herself. Play keep away, that's the key. Pass it out front to Block. They pass it over to Risa Running Enemy. Caught it. Stepped out of bounds. And it goes back over to the Eagles, 25-19. Cougars up by 6 with 43 on the game clock. Full shot clock for the Eagles. They try to put it in, and they get it into Bielmeyer. They trap Bielmeyer at their end of the court, but they get it back down. Here's Anderson at the other end. They pass it down to Jordan Leonard. And the Eagles pull it back to within 4. Here's Haley Porch bringing it back the other direction. And the ball's knocked back in actually by the official. They bring it back the other direction, and here's Bielmeyer. We're going to see a timeout called by the Cougars. 17.8 with the Eagles down by 2. Full timeout. Back to finish it up after this timeout on Kadoka Area Live Ticket.
Refuel your vehicle's tank with gas or diesel. They look forward to serving your needs. Discount Fuel and Kadoka Oil, serving the surrounding area for all your bulk fuel and propane needs.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dakota Country Pharmacy in Phillip is an independent family-owned business. They exist to improve the quality of life for their customers.
Back to the Crew Agency Press Box. Crew Agency, serving our farmers and ranchers since 1984.
And we're back. 17.8 seconds to go, and the Eagles have made it interesting. Cougars with a commanding lead most of the second half. Now find the Eagles down by 2, and the Eagles are going to press to get it back here. Madeline Rock puts it in bounds for the Cougars. Carly Block now gives it back to Rock. They pass it down to Porch as she crosses half court. Haley looks around, and they're going to foul her. Finally, we see a whistle. 8.4 seconds to go. No bonus going on here, and it wasn't a shooting foul, so that's going to be called on Kerstead. Lexi Kerstead, 8.4 seconds to go. Callie Castins took a breather. Now she checks into the ball game. Blasey Nelson was in there for the Eagles. Now Madeline Rock's got to get it into one of the Cougars. They stack their players, and they go their direction. Here's to Peyton Joe Johnson, and Peyton Joe's going to be fouled. That one's going to be on Rihanna Anderson. It'll be her third. So they play the foul game with 7.1 seconds to go. Cougars going to put it back in bounds one more time. Maybe. And we're going to see a timeout. Full timeout. All right. Back after this on Live Ticket.
To make their community great. At Dakota Country Pharmacy, they work hard to ensure their pharmacists and staff not only assist customers with their needs, but build good relationships with them that will last for the long run. If you want a first-class pharmacy experience from a South Dakota independent pharmacy, then you've come to the right place. Dakota Country Pharmacy, a community pharmacy designed for you.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture.
Welcome back to the Crew Agency Press Box. Crew Agency, serving our farmers and ranchers since 1984.
And Royal Addison, JV coach for the girls, assistant varsity coach. Wanted to get it just right, so he gave his girls instruction. They stacked their players again, 7.1 seconds to go. And if they can inbound it and try to withhold during a foul, they bounce past it into Carly Block. And they foul her, and that's going to be the 5th foul. So that's going to send Carly Block to the line to shoot a pair with 5.3 seconds to go. Second foul was called that time on Callie Castins. Carly Block steps to the line, eyes the basket, puts up her first shot, and it's good. So now the best that the Eagles can hope to do is tie. Carly Block hits her 7th point of the night. And we're going to see another timeout. We'll keep this one here. 30-second timeout. Just a reminder, varsity girls basketball action coming our way after this one. If it's as good as this one's been, then we should see a pretty good matchup here. We'll keep it here.
Yeah, we can.
Oh, okay. Didn't know if you heard me or not. What's that? Yeah, we'll keep it here. That's fine. Just a reminder, later on this week, Cougar girls basketball back in action this Thursday night. Check the schedule here. It is going to be against the New Underwood Tigers come to town to take on the Lady Cougars on Thursday night. Friday night we have a doubleheader. Congratulations to our Cougar boys, runners up at the Jones County tournament this year. And congratulations to Gus Stout. He made first tournament all-team, and he was the winner of the Pete Kearns Award, special award that's given out every year at the Jones County tournament. Second one's on the way, and that seals it up here against the Eagles. Cougars, as they defend on the way down. And we see it dribbled out of bounds. 1.2 seconds to go. And the Cougars going to put it in bounds, up by 4 with 1.2 seconds to go. They pass it into Porch. She hangs on to it. And that's how this one finishes up. 27-23, Cougar JV girls against the Wall Eagles JV girls. We'll be back with varsity action. Thanks for joining us tonight on Kadoka Area Live Ticket.
Learn more at chsinc.com.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance.
Contact Donna Enders, your local Farmers Union Insurance agent, today.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Dylan Kessler today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Attention producers, the new year is upon us, and that means it's time to update your display and controller software, which is crucial for optimizing performance and profits. Contact the professionals at Grossenberg Implement today so you can make the most of the enhanced features and farming tools that are currently available. Optimize your efficiency, productivity, and connectivity options with a software update at Grossenberg Implement. Visit one of our 9 locations or go to grossenberg.com for more information. Grossenberg Implement, where service is the other half of a great product.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Colt's Nuts and Bolts in Phillip really has it all. You'll find steel products, GE kitchen appliances, kitchen decor, houseware, clothing, bugs and muck boots, and Milwaukee tools too. And you can get just the right color palette with Valspar paint. Take a look at the Ashley furniture they have and test out the Amazing Rest mattresses. They also offer appliance repair and delivery. See all that they have to offer at Colt's Nuts and Bolts in Phillip.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Phillip Health Services proudly supports youth activities in our rural communities. Phillip Clinic and Kadoka Clinic physicians and caregivers will provide you and your family with a personalized care experience. The clinic staff extend a sense of family and strive to improve the quality of life for all those who are entrusted to their care. When you or a loved one needs medical attention, choose a personal care experience at Phillip or Kadoka Clinic. Open 6 days a week. For hours and more helpful information, see their weekly ad in the Pioneer Review or visit them online. Phillip Health Service, a personal care experience.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm Agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We connect people. Have been for 100 years or so. How we get that done? Well, that won't always be the same. But why we connect people? Not in a million years is that ever going to change. We didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No. We just brought them together.
Kadoka Nursing Home is in the business of providing high-quality care for living your life with a little extra help. You and your loved ones can have peace of mind, having their staff provide comfort, health care, and dignified living while at their facility. And Kadoka Nursing Home is a great place to work. They have full-time, part-time, and after-school opportunities. Stop in at 605 Maple Street to ask about available positions, hours, and benefits packages. Kadoka Nursing Home, a proud sponsor of all Cougar activities on LiveTicket.tv. Kadoka Gas & Go has your travel needs covered right. Fill your car, then fill your belly with Piccadilly Circus pizza, burgers, hot dogs, snacks, and for real shakes for dessert. Open daily at 6 a.m. with breakfast sandwiches and donuts till 10 p.m. And they're a short trip away from the Badlands National Park. It's Kadoka Gas & Go off I-90, exit 150. For every day, just on the way. Proud sponsor of the Kadoka area Cougars and surrounding communities' activities.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
Great news. I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Crew Agency has been proudly serving and protecting the local farmer and rancher since 1984. They offer all your crop insurance needs, including multi-peril crop insurance, pasture, rangeland, and forage, livestock risk protection, and crop hail. Crew Agency is a proud supporter of our local schools, athletics, and communities, and would like to wish all the student athletes good luck in their events this week. Give them a call at 605-433-5411. Crew Agency is an equal opportunity provider.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Phillip Motors, always willing to serve you with the winning combination of small-town friendly sales and service, and the latest vehicle and trucks from Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, and Chrysler. Your friends and neighbors across the West River Territory have come to depend on Phillip Motors, family-owned for over 40 years, offering a relaxing, down-to-earth, comfortable car shopping experience. Search online at phillipmotors.com or stop by and see their new and used inventory. Phillip Motors proudly supports all local school activities.
Whether you're traveling to or from the game, make a stop at Discount Fuel in Kadoka. They have a large variety of foods from hot stuffed pizza, roasted chicken, sub sandwiches, and their famous chicken gizzards. They can accommodate large groups and orders. Call them at 605-837-2271. While filling your own tank, refuel your vehicle's tank with gas or diesel. They look forward to serving your needs. Discount Fuel and Kadoka Oil, serving the surrounding area for all your bulk fuel and propane needs.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dakota Country Pharmacy in Phillip is an independent family-owned business. They exist to improve the quality of life for their customers and to make their community great. At Dakota Country Pharmacy, they work hard to ensure their pharmacists and staff not only assist customers with their needs, but build good relationships with them that will last for the long run. If you want a first-class pharmacy experience from a South Dakota independent pharmacy, then you've come to the right place. Dakota Country Pharmacy, a community pharmacy designed for you.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business. Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance.
Contact Donna Enders, your local Farmers Union Insurance agent, today.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Dylan Kessler today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Attention producers, the new year is upon us, and that means it's time to update your display and controller software, which is crucial for optimizing performance and profits. Contact the professionals at Grossenberg Implement today so you can make the most of the enhanced features and farming tools that are currently available. Optimize your efficiency, productivity, and connectivity options with a software update at Grossenberg Implement. Visit one of our 9 locations or go to grossenberg.com for more information. Grossenberg Implement, where service is the other half of a great product.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Colt's Nuts and Bolts in Phillip really has it all. You'll find steel products, GE kitchen appliances, kitchen decor, houseware, clothing, bugs and muck boots, and Milwaukee tools too. And you can get just the right color palette with Valspar paint. Take a look at the Ashley furniture they have.
Welcome back to the Crew Agency Press Box. Crew Agency, serving our farmers and ranchers since 1984.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Kadoka Area High School for tonight's Western Great Plains Conference matchup between the Eagles of Wall High School and the Cougars of Kadoka Area High School. Couple of announcements. Live Ticket is carrying tonight's broadcast. Join Mr. Ortman on the call up there. Also, we'd like to wish our one-act play the best of luck and their drama coach, Michelle Mansfield, as they travel to here tomorrow for the state one-act. Good luck. Let's meet the cheer squad from Kadoka area. Millie Bauman, Aurora Hammer, Jasmine McDonald, Lavina Pierce, Brooke Webster, and Casey Whitby. The cheer coach is Jody Stout. And now let's meet the starting lineup for our guests, the Lady Eagles. A 5'7" freshman, number 5, Carmen Kirschner. A 5'10" freshman, number 10, Brittany Walker. A 5'8" sophomore, number 14, Annie Moon. A 5'8" senior, number 15, Kate Frank. And a 5'5" sophomore, number 22, Ellen Kirschner. Assistant coach, Trevor Anderson. Head coach, Madison McLaughlin. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for the Kadoka Kougars. 8'5", 10", freshman number 21, Cassidy a reminder, we ask you to please keep the children in the bleachers while the contest is going on. At this time, I'd ask everyone in attendance to please remain standing, remove your hat or cap, place your cell phones on silent as we pay tribute to America, as the Cougar Pep Band, under the direction of Mr. Colby Shuck, will play our national anthem.
National anthem, as always, by our Kadoka area middle school and high school pep band, under the direction of Mr. Colby Shuck. Welcome back in, everybody. You're in the Cougar Den here in Kadoka. It's varsity girls basketball time here at the Cougar Den. A little later starting than usual tonight. We had a middle school boys basketball game that kind of extended here early on, but we're set to go with varsity basketball action here. Bella Williams going to step in and jump center. Brittany Walker, the 5'10 freshman for the Eagles, steps in, and the tip is controlled by the Cougars quickly to Shaylee Porch. She brings it down, and within 4 seconds puts the Cougars on top by 2 with a lay-in off the glass. Eagles bring it the other direction. Tight press put on by the Cougars. Eagles bring it across half court. This is Carmen Kerstead, the 5'7 freshman. Passes over to Brittany Walker, then back to Kerstead. Kerstead drives it down in, lays it up, bounces around, no good. And the Cougars have it last touched by them. So it will stay at that end, put in by the Eagles. Eagles put it in bounds. This is Carmen Kerstead, 5'7 freshman. She puts it in. Shot put up there by Faith Frink. She tried the shot. Or she faked the shot, went down in, and laid it off the glass and tied it up at 2. 7:20 to go here in the ball game. This is Bella Williams out front for the Cougars. Passes to Cassidy Williams. Now to Shaylee Porch. Out front to Charlie Richardson. Charlie has it stolen away there by Allie Kerstead. Allie takes it down, bounces it around, no good. And Bella Williams comes down with that long pass down court to Charlie Richardson. She starts to drive down in, now backs it out, goes to pass it to Breezy Amiot. And it's stolen away by the Eagles, but now the Cougars get it back. Cassidy Williams ties them up. And we're going to see our first jump ball of the night, with the Eagles holding the possession arrow. 6:55 to go. It's been action-packed so far. We expected no less as the Eagles put it in bounds. This is Allie Kerstead. She passes down court to Faith Frink. Faith Frink tries to have it knocked away by Bella Williams. As she gathered it and turned back the other direction, she took an extra step and traveled. And the Eagles turn it back over to the Cougars. Breezy Amiot passes into Bella Williams. Williams comes across half, guarded by Carmen Kerstead. Loses a handle on it now, and we'll see who's going to get a handle on it. Breezy Amiot takes the pass. Now Shaylee Porch takes it down the baseline, puts it out front to Cassidy Williams. Three-pointer on the way, no good. And Faith Frink, the 5'8 senior, pulls it down. Back the other direction. This is Kerstead. Now gives it off to Brittany Walker. Walker passes to Emmy Moon. Out front to Kerstead. Kerstead passes back to Walker. Walker passes it off to Allie Kerstead. Allie Kerstead gives it to Carmen Kerstead. She drives, puts it off the glass. It's too strong, and Bella Williams is there to pull down the rebound. Williams guarded by Carmen Kerstead. Brings it down, now passes out front to Amiot. Breezy starts down in, now backs out and gives it to Bella. Bella at the top of the key. Looks for an outlet. Passes over to Shaylee Porch. Shaylee drives it down in, puts up the left-hander off the glass. No good. Shaylee draws the foul in the process. First foul for either team here. Foul's going to be called on number 14. That's Emmy Moon. She picks up her first. Moon, a 5'8" sophomore. Shaylee puts up her first shot, and it's good. Shaylee's got all the scoring so far for the Cougars, all 3 points. Set to put up her second shot, and she sinks it. 4-2, Cougars on top of the Eagles. It goes inbounds to Carmen Kerstead. Across court to Allie Kerstead. To Carmen, back down court. Now Walker, she's got an open look. Faith Frink has an open look at it. Cassidy Williams thought she got a good block on it, but the whistle blew, and they're going to whistle her for the foul. Her first team foul for the Cougars. Faith Frink is going to go to the line. She'll shoot a pair. 5'8" senior. Multiple year starter for the Eagles. First shot is up, and it's good. Shaylee Porch has all the points for the Cougars. Faith Frink has them all for the Eagles. She's got 3. Trying to make it 4. Second shot's on the way, and it's good. Tied up at 4. 5:39 to go here in the opening quarter of the varsity basketball action. Bella Williams quickly brings it down court. Passes off to Breezy Amiot. Breezy gives it back to Bella. Bella, eyes 3, puts up the shot. In and out, no good. Charlie Richardson there to put up the shot. She puts it up, and it's no good. Shaylee Porch grabs the rebound, tries to pull it down, and a jump ball's called. And now it'll go back over to the Cougars on the possession arrow. Breezy Amiot sets the offense. Looks for somebody. Charlie Richardson's covered up. They put it into Bella Williams. Bella passes cross court. This is to Cassidy. Cassidy tries to bounce pass to Shaylee Porch. She puts the right-hander up, and it's good. Shaylee Porch. 6 points for the Cougars, 6 points for Shaylee as the Eagles bring it back the other direction. This is Brittany Walker. And we're going to see a travel forced by the Cougars. They tried to pin the Eagles at half court. And as they got set to pass the ball off, the Eagles traveled. And the Cougars will get it back. Amiot passes into Williams. Williams brings it down court. Now stops. Now goes again. Passes to Richardson. Charlie drives the baseline. Bounce pass to Cassidy. Puts up the 10-footer. It's off the rim. No good. Breezy Amiot pulls it down. No jump ball called as the Eagles finally come away with it. And they clear the zone. But Shaylee Porch pulls it back. Shaylee pulled it back. Stole it away and passed it down court to Charlie Richardson. But she put it out in front of her too far. So the Eagles will get it back here. With 4:46 to go here in the first quarter. Fast-paced action. Here comes Brittany Walker. They pass down on the left corner. This is Emmy Moon. Moon out front to Carmen Kerstead. Carmen guarded by Bella Williams. Carmen lays it up. Bella Williams steals it away from her mid-shot. And Bella brings it back down court. She's looking around. She brings it back down in. Feeds it back to Breezy. Feeds it to Charlie. Charlie puts up the three-pointer. Bounces off the back of the rim. No good. And the Eagles come down with it. This is Moon. Off to Kerstead. Kerstead. Carmen crosses the line. Back to Moon. Three-pointers now on the way for the Eagles. Shot is up, and it's no good. That one was put up by Allie Kerstead. Bella Williams pulls down the rebound. Cassidy Williams gets it back. Gets it down to Breezy Amiot. Bounce pass back on the top of the key to Bella Williams. Williams in the corner to Cassidy. Cass brings it out front. Now finds Bella. Bounce pass inside to Shaylee. Bounce pass over to Breezy. Breezy starts driving the baseline, puts it up, and she hits the 6-footer. Nice teamwork there. So 8-4. Cougars up by 4. And as they bring it back down court, the Cougars knock it out of bounds. And the Eagles will put it in from side court. This is Brittany Walker. As we see subs come in the ball game for the Cougars. This is Peyton Jo Johnson. She's going to step in for Bella Williams. Bella's going to take a quick breather here. Eagles put it out front. This is Carmen Kerstead. They give it over to Brittany Walker. She lays it up. It's no good. They pass out to Cassidy Williams as they clear it out. Cassidy might have gotten away with a walk there. Breezy Amiot gets it back out front to Porch. Over to Williams. Cassidy looking for somebody. She finds Charlie Richardson. Charlie thought about 3, now bounce passes it to Breezy. Breezy loses a handle on it, get it to Shaley, and now we're going to see a foul. Shaley lost a handle on it, and as she grabbed it back, one of the Eagles got her on the arm. That foul's going to be called on Faith Frink. That's her first. Second team foul for the Eagles here in the first quarter. Emmy Moon going to take a seat for the Eagles. Brooke Diedrichs, the 5'4" sophomore, steps in for the Eagles. Here's Cassidy Williams, drives the lane, puts up the 8-footer. It's no good. And the Eagles get it back. Brittany Walker clears it back out front to Carmen Kerstedt. Carmen, guarded by Peyton Joe Johnson. Peyton Joe gets a hand on it, but Faith Frink gathers it in. Now they pass it down inside. Brittany Walker went to put up the shot, and she was fouled as she put up the shot. Foul's called there on Shaley Ports. That's her first. Second team foul for the Cougars here in the first quarter. First shot's on the way, and it's good. That's Brittany Walker. She hits her first point of the night. Peyton Joe Johnson comes out, while Bella Williams goes back in. Middle conference with Coach Thompson. Second shot's on the way, and it's good. Walker gets both of hers. She's got 2, and the Eagles pull it back to within 2, 8-6. Bella Williams to Porch. Shaley pulls it down. Now back out to Breezy. Eyed the 3. Now gave it off to Charlie Richardson. Cassidy Williams, boy, heads up play. The Cougars almost lost that one, but they get it back thanks to Cassidy. Cleared out front to Breezy. Breezy dishes off to Charlie. Charlie tries to give and go. She gets it back from Cassidy. Charlie starts down the lane. Goes to lay up the right-hander. It's no good. And we're going to see a foul called there. I think it's going to be on Brooke Diedrichs. It is. That's her first. Third team foul for the Eagles here in the first quarter. Charlie Richardson goes to the line. Charlie is scoreless on the night until now. She's got her first point of the night and puts the Cougars back up by 3, 9-6. Brittany Walker checks out of the game. Emmy Moon, after a short break, checks back in for her. Charlie toes the line, puts up the second shot, and it drops, and it's good. 10-6. Cougars on top of the Eagles with 2.5 to go here in the first. Back the other direction comes Carmen Kerstedt. Carmen starts the dribble down in. Now she pulls the ball, and it's picked off by Cassidy Williams. Good defense by Cassidy. Saving grace twice tonight by Cassidy, and she gets it back for the Cougars, gets it into her sister's hands. Over to Amiot. Breezy drives the baseline, now passes out to Porch on the left side. Shaley puts up the 8-foot runner, and it's good. We're going to call that more of a floater than a runner, but Shaley's got 8 points on the night, and she puts the Cougars up by 6. Here comes Carmen Kerstedt. They switch defenders. She passes back off to Moon. Emmy drives down in, loses the ball. Now this one's knocked out of bounds, goes off Charlie Richardson. And we're going to see the Eagles put it in play. Boy, fast-paced action that we've seen so far here tonight. Eagles. They put it down inside to Frink. Frink goes to put up the shot. And she was fouled. She missed the shot. That was going to be on Cassidy Williams. That's her second foul on the night. Haley Porch is going to come in for Cassidy. Shots on the way by Frink. It's good. She's 3 for 3 from the line tonight. Cassidy takes a breather with 2 fouls here in the first quarter. Fast-paced game. These girls better have the running shoes on tonight. Second shot's on the way by Frink is no good. Bounces off a foot, and it's gathered in by Breezy Amiot. Pass down court now to Porch. Shaley stops on the left wing. Starts down in, but Bella Williams loses a handle on it. Bella gets back down to defend against Brooke Diedrichs. She was all alone with her down there. Bella Williams gets the shot block and the rebound at the same time. Now passes off to Porch. Shaley starts down the baseline, now passes back out to Haley. Bella has to go tall to get it, puts it up from the free throw line, bounces around, no good. And it was last touched by the Eagles. Bella went tall to catch it, dished it off, and as Shaley went down in, ball was knocked out of bounds by the Eagles. Carmen Kersted's going to come to the bench. Breezy Amiot looks to put it in bounds as the Cougars get it set. She can't find anybody. Finally bounce passes it into Haley Porch. Haley has it on the right wing. Now to Charlie Richardson. There's a handle on it, but knocks it over to Bella Williams. Breezy Amiot has it. Puts it out front to Shaley. Shaley starts to drive down in. She goes to put the left-hander up. It's no good. Didn't even get the ball put up because before the ball came from her waist, it was knocked out of her hands. And they're going to call a foul on Wall. That's Emmy Moon. She's got her second foul. We'll see some subs come in. Faith Frink's going to go to the bench. Also, Emmy Moon's going to come to the bench. Into the game is Braylee Walker. Carmen Kerstead comes back in the game for the Eagles. Shaley Porch looking for somebody. She feeds it out front. Finally, Charlie Richardson comes down with it. Charlie starts the drive. Passes it off to Shaley. Passes down to Breezy. Breezy's got an open look at it. She lays it off the glass, and it's good. Good teamwork there by the Cougars. 14-7, they've got the lead. 53 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Eagles back at their end. Here's the drive by Brittany Walker. She goes to put up the shot. It's no good, but she's fouled on the way in. Foul's going to be called on number 13. That's Haley Porch. Haley, the 5'9", 8th grader, picks up her first. That's a fourth-team foul. 4 team fouls apiece for the Cougars and the Eagles here. Shots on the way, and it's good. Brittany Walker hits the shot and pulls the Eagles back to within 6. Second shot's on the way. Bounced off the back of the rim, no good, and Haley Porch pulls it down. Haley passes off to Bella Williams. 43 seconds to go. They pass it down to Breezy. Breezy had Shaley there for a minute. Charlie Richardson's going to put it up in the corner. It's too long, no good. Shaley Porch pulls it back. She goes to lay up the shot. It's no good, but she drew the foul. Shaley's good at pulling that foul. She'll put up the shot and make it or not. She drew the foul. That one's going to be called on Allie Kerstead. The 5'5" sophomore picks up her first. Taylor's in the act of shooting. First shot's on the way, bounces around, and it's no good. Score remains at 14-8. There is a 1/10 of a second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Shaley eyes the second one. Puts it up, bounces around, and we're going to see a lane violation called against the Cougars. So no shot, didn't make it anyhow. And the Eagles can play out the clock here if they want to. I don't expect they will. This is Walker. Brittany Walker gives it off to Diedrichs, who gives it back to Carmen Kerstead. They try to trap her at half, but she gets it over to Diedrichs. Puts it down in the corner, now puts it back out front. This is Walker. Walker drives the lane. Block is put down by Bella Williams. Boy, Bella Williams got a couple of key blocks there. 13 seconds to go. Cougars want to work for the last shot here. They pass him, no look. Here's Breezy Amiot, puts up the 3. It bounces off the side of the rim, no good. 6 seconds to go, and they're going to whistle her for the travel. That was Brittany Walker. She went down to one knee, and she couldn't maintain. She tried to pass off. There was nobody open, so she traveled. So with 5 seconds to go, the Cougars have an opportunity to extend their lead. Shaley Porch going to look for the shooter. It's going to be Bella. Out to Charlie. 2 seconds on the clock. Shaley Porch puts up the shot, bounces off the rim. It's no good. Check that. It didn't hit the rim. So it's been an eventful first quarter. 14-8. Cougar girls on top of the Eagles. Back after this on Kadoka Area Live Ticket.
The Amazing Rest Mattresses. They also offer appliance repair and delivery. See all that they have to offer at Colts Nuts and Bolts in Phillip.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Phillip Health Services proudly supports youth activities in our rural communities. Phillip Clinic and Kadoka Clinic physicians and caregivers will provide you and your family with a personalized care experience. The clinic staff extend a sense of family and strive to improve the quality of life for all those who are entrusted to their care. When you or a loved one needs medical attention, choose a personal care experience at Phillip or Kadoka Clinic.
Back to the Crew Agency Press Box. Crew Agency, serving our farmers and ranchers since 1984.
Back to start the second quarter here at the Cougar Den. Cougars with a 14-8 lead as the Eagles put it in from side court. This is Brittany Walker. Quick pass over to Emmy Moon. Layup is put up there by Walker. She got it back. It was no good. Almost fell. But the Cougars get it back. Bella Williams eyes it down court. Now keeps it herself. Brings it down court. Passes back to Breezy. To Bella. Bella sets the traffic. Now passes off to Peyton Jo Johnson. Bounce pass to Shaylee Porch. Shaylee lost it but gathered it back again. Here's Williams. Bella from the elbow puts up the shot and it's good. Bella Williams hits her first 2 points of the night. That's a rarity. But we knew she was going to get on the board eventually. Puts the Cougars up 16-8. Back the other direction. Here comes Walker. Walker feeds it back outside. Now gets it back. Tries to pass down inside and Bella Williams is right there and she snags it away. Turnovers for the Eagles. They pass it off to Brady Bashan at the other end. Brady misses the shot, but she passes it out front. They get it over on the left side, in the left corner to Shaylee. Out to Peyton Jo, to Brady Bashan. Brady went to pass it out. Now the Eagles are going to hustle back down to get it. And we're going to see a jump ball called. Cougars went to pass the ball. Here's Peyton Jo turned around to give the pass. And the receiver was not there, and it rolled all the way to the other end of the court. They tied up, and the Cougars take it on the possession arrow. Breezy Amiot inbounds it to Bella Williams, puts it down to Charlie Richardson. She was out for a spell. Now she's back in. They pass it, and it's picked off. That time, Emmy Moon's got it. 2-on-1, and she goes down. She lays it off the glass. It's no good. Brady Bashan pulls down the rebound. Dishes it to Charlie, and who dishes it to Bella? Bella crosses half court. They bring it down court, try to feed it to Breezy. They do. Breezy brings it around the top of the key, now gives it back to Bella Williams. To Shaylee Porch. Shaylee tries the baseline, puts it up, and she lays it up, and then, boy, Shaylee along that baseline. You got to have a good defender on her because she's going to hit it. She's in double figures already. Not 2 minutes into the second quarter. Eagles back at the other end of the court. This is Kerstead. Kerstead starts in. Now she passes out front. This is Carmen Kerstead. Saves it from going out of bounds. She's guarded by Brady Bashan. And Brady is going to be whistled for the foul. That's her first here in the varsity match. Looks like it's time to go home, huh? For a few of us, anyhow. Have a good night. Oh, yeah. Now, we'll keep it here. This is Moon. Moon guarded by Amiot. She looks around, now passes off to Carmen Kerstead. Kerstead guarded by Bashan, number 5 on number 5. Puts it back out front to Walker, Brittany Walker. Now dishes it back off to Kerstead. Carmen puts it in, 6-footer off the glass is too strong. Now there's a scramble for it, and Faith Brink gets it back for the Eagles. Cougars got to get those rebounds. This is Brittany Walker, starts down in. She goes to bounce pass it away. I'm not sure what she did, lost a handle on it. Now here, down at the other end, this is Brady Bashan. She puts it back out front court. Action's too quick for me to describe. Breezy Amiot has it. They put it to Shaylee Porch. She goes to put up the shot, has it knocked out of her hands, and the Eagles get it back. This is Brittany Walker. Brings it the other direction. She's got a wide open lane. Contested as she goes down. Shaylee Porch is going to foul her on the way in and pick up her second foul. Cougars didn't cover up the lane quickly enough. She had an open shot, and she had to be fouled if she wasn't going to have the chance to lay up. That's a second team foul on the Cougars here. 2 minutes, 50 seconds into the second quarter. This one bounces around, and it's good. Brittany Walker has got 4 points on the night. Steps to the line to take her second shot. Second shot's on the way. Bounces off the back of the rim, no good. But the Eagles get it back. Carmen Kerstead gets it back. Now they try to pass it in bounds, but Brady Bashan steals it away. So the second shot was no good, and the Cougars come away with it after the Eagles looked like they were going to get that rebound. This is in the right corner to Richardson. Up front to Bashan. To Williams. They pass it down inside to Shaylee Porch. Shaylee loses it off her hands out of bounds, and it will go back to the Eagles. Bella Williams had taken a seat. She's going to check back in the ball game. Looks like Coach T is starting to, or trying to get his starters a little bit of a breather, keep them as fresh as possible for the second half. Shaylee Porch going to take a breather here. Eagles pass it out. 3-pointers on the way, bounces around, no good. And we'll see who touched it last. And it's going to be the Cougars touched it last. So the Eagles will put it in play from in front of the Cougar cheerleaders. This is Walker. Passes inbounds to Carmen Kirstead. Back to Walker. Back to Kirstead. Back to Walker. We'll game a back and forth catch. They put it out front to Kirstead. Now to Walker. She drives the lane, puts up the 8-footer. It's no good. Bella Williams comes down with it, gives it off to Cassidy. Cassidy drives the lane, finds Brady Bashan underneath. Brady has the opportunity to put it up. Shot is no good, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Eagles. Brooke Diedrich's going to check in the ball game right now. Allie Kirstead goes to the bench. Down by 9. The Cougars up by 9, I should say. Put it back in play. Bella Williams with the 6-foot floater. It's no good. I will say that one was 8 feet. Eagles pull down the rebound off the missed shot by Williams, and they clear it and bring it back down court. This is Diedrichs. Feeds it to the corner. This is Moon. Back out to Diedrichs. Brooke drives the lane, guarded by Charlie Richardson. Try the bounce pass inside, and Bella Williams is there to steal it away. Bella stops and lets the defense clear away as they bring it down. Here's Cassidy Williams. Cassidy drives the lane, or drives the baseline, I should say. And as she drove the baseline, she didn't put up a shot, but she draws the foul anyhow. This is going to be on Faith Frink. That's her second. Frink's going to go to the bench. Riggins Cheney checks in the varsity ball game for the first time tonight. Brady Bashan takes a seat as Shaylee Porch comes back in after her quick break there. They bounce past it into Williams, to Bella, I should say. 2 Williams is on the court. Charlie passes it off to Shaylee. Shaylee, long pass over to Cassidy. Cassidy tries to feed it down inside, but it's picked off there by Carmen Kirstead. She's right there. Cougars try to trap Kirstead at half court, but they can't. She passes it off to Diedrichs. They put it down inside. 6-footers put up, and it's good. That's Riggins Cheney. She was all alone down there. And the long pass back down court is stolen away by the Eagles, so they have a chance to narrow their lead. Shots put up too strong as the Cougars get it back. Bella Williams has it. Now a long pass down court to Shaylee Porch. Shaylee stops, lays it off the glass, and it's good. She's got 12 on the night. And they want to keep Shaylee clean because she's the hot hand tonight from the field. Eagles back the other direction. This is Carmen Kirstead. Kirstead passes out on the right wing to Diedrichs. In the right corner to Moon. Moon gives it down inside. This is Diedrichs. Diedrichs drives the lane, lays it up with the left-hander. It's a good shot there by Brooke Diedrichs. She's got 2. Her first 2 of the night comes on the left hand of the layup, right underneath the basket. Cougars up by 7. They bring it back the other direction. We're going to see a whistle for a traveling call on Kadoka area. Charlie Richardson's going to take a seat, get a breather. Haley Porch comes in for her. 2 Williamses, 2 Porches, and an Amy out on the floor for the Cougars. Try to keep the names straight here. They inbound it to Carmen Kirstead, who's guarded by Bella Williams. They cross half court, right on each other's hips. Now Kirstead drives down in, and Cassidy Williams going to draw the offensive foul. And that's the most enthusiastic reaction I've seen to an offensive foul all year long. I think she was waiting to take that one. She did. She drew the charge, the offensive charge, and the Cougars get it back. Bella crosses half court with it. Gives it off to Haley Porch. Haley looking for Cassidy. She bounce passes it into her. Now they give it out to Breezy. 3-pointers on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good. Eagles, they lose it, and Haley Porch, the 8th grader, gets it back and lays it off the glass. And Haley's got her first 2 points of the night. Puts the Cougars up by 9. Under 2 minutes to go now. Eagles with Walker. Drives the lane, right side. She's guarded and too strong off the glass. It's no good. Boy, Brittany Walker tried to save it from going out of bounds. Had it go off of her leg, however. And the Cougars have a chance to extend that lead even more. 22-13. The Eagles 6-4 on the year. The Cougars, after their 2 losses last week, they're 8-2. Sitting number 3 in Region 7. This is Williams. Bounce passes it to Haley Porch. Now gets it to Cassidy. Cassidy gives it over to Shaley. Shaley puts up the 12-footer off the back of the rim. No good. Shaley gets her own rebound. Passes off to Haley. Gives it to Williams. Bella thought about 3. Goes inside. 12-footer's on the way. Is no good. They're digging for it. Scramble for it underneath the basket. And who comes away with it? It went out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Cougars. That's a little too much excitement for a Tuesday night. Got a good one here. Cougars up by 9. Getting set to inbound under their own basket. Amiot looks around. Finally puts it long pass inbounds. This is Haley Porch. Williams back to Haley. Haley puts up the 3-pointer and she hits it. Point number 5 for Haley Porch puts the Cougars up by 12 as the Eagles quickly get back the other direction. This is Walker. Walker lays up the 3, or puts up the 3. It's no good. No such thing as a 3-point layup here. They pass it quickly back down to Shaley Porch as the Cougars get it back. Cassidy Williams fakes the pass. Now starts down in, has the pass blocked. Breezy Amiot gets it back, however, puts it back to Bella Williams. Now they battle for it underneath the rim, and Breezy was the last one to touch it. In about 4 syllables, they get down court. These two teams do know how to run. 47 seconds to go on the clock. Cougars up by 12. They try to clear half. This is Brooke Diedrichs. She's guarded at half court. Now passes it across half to Carmen Kerstead. Kerstead drives the lane. She puts up the runner, bounces around, and it's good. Carmen Kerstead with her first 2 points of the night. Long pass down court. And those have not been good for the Cougars tonight because the Eagles have been waiting for them. 22 seconds to go. Breezy Amiot takes the turnover for the Cougars. Bella Williams stops and pops from 6 feet, in and out, no good. And we see a scramble for it, and Breezy Amiot's going to be whistled for the foul. For Breezy, that is her first. And we're going to see, in case you didn't hear, we've got a sub coming in. Charlie Richardson's going to check in for Breezy Amiot. Breezy's played a hard-fought first half. Eagles trying to get it in bounds. Cougars stick on the close press, but they've got it broken. Here comes Walker the other direction. Walker puts it to the left corner. 3 is on the way. No good, just barely. Rebound's pulled down by Riggins Cheney. She went to lay it up in, and they said she was fouled, but the official said she traveled. Opinions don't matter, only facts, and the facts come from the boys wearing the stripes. 2 seconds to go. Shaley Porch going to put it up from 3-pointer. Left-hander puts it up, and it's off the back of the rim. No good. Let's see if I've got any breath left here to name off our live ticket sponsors. 25-13, Cougars, 25-15. Cougars on top of the Eagles as we go to halftime of the varsity game. Before we name off our live ticket sponsors, we want to say a special thank you to the donors of the 2-liter bottles of pop. That's Rich and Sean Event at People's Market. They're one of our live ticket sponsors, and they are fantastic sponsors of our live ticket events and of all of our events that the kids are involved in here in town. Athletic, academic, fine arts, they're big-time supporters. Their kids have already graduated, but Rich and Shauna continue to play an important role in our community, and thank you to them for donating this pop so the girls can do the Hoop Shoot fundraiser here at halftime of the game. Here's our live ticket sponsors. Western Veterinary Services here in Kadoka and Phillip. Pioneer Review, Rush Funeral Home, Phillip Livestock Auction, Les's Body Shop, Kennedy Implement B&B Sales, Kadoka Community Betterment Association, People's Market, Colts Nuts and Bolts, Phillip Health Services, Scott Carlson, your State Farm agent, Phillip Motor, Dakota Country Pharmacy, Donna Enders, your local Farmers Union insurance agent here in Kadoka, Grossenberg Implement, Kadoka Nursing Home, Matt McCormick, your State Farm agent, CHS, Bank West, Kadoka Gas and Go and Discount Fuel here in Kadoka, Farm Credit Services of America, South Dakota Social Services, Great Plains Tribal Health, Golden West, Olson's Pest Technician, Pest Technicians Crew Agency, and Farmers Union Insurance, thanks to our live ticket sponsors. 25-15, Cougars on top of the Eagles. Second half promises not to disappoint. We're going to catch our breath and come back for the second half. Hey, thanks for joining us tonight on Kadoka Area Live Ticket.
6 days a week for hours and more helpful information. See their weekly ad in the Pioneer Review or visit them online. Phillip Health Service, a personal care experience.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We connect people. Have been for 100 years or so. How we get that done? Well, that won't always be the same. But why we connect people? Not in a million years is that ever going to change. We didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No. We just brought them together.
Kadoka Nursing Home is in the business of providing high-quality care for living your life with a little extra help. You and your loved ones can have peace of mind, having their staff provide comfort, health care, and dignified living while at their facility. And Kadoka Nursing Home is a great place to work. They have full-time, part-time, and after-school opportunities. Stop in at 605 Maple Street to ask about available positions, hours, and benefits packages. Kadoka Nursing Home, a proud sponsor of all Cougar activities on liveticket.tv. Kadoka Gas & Go has your travel needs covered right. Fill your car, then fill your belly with Piccadilly Circus Pizza, burgers, hot dogs, snacks, and for real shakes for dessert. Open daily at 6 a.m. with breakfast sandwiches and donuts till 10 p.m. And they're a short trip away from the Badlands National Park. It's Kadoka Gas & Go off I-90, exit 150. For every day, just on the way. Proud sponsor of the Kadoka Area Cougars and surrounding communities' activities.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Contact me, State Farm agent Scott Carlson, to create your personal price plan today.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Crew Agency has been proudly serving and protecting the local farmer and rancher since 1984. They offer all your crop insurance needs, including multi-peril crop insurance, pasture, rangeland, and forage, livestock risk protection, and crop hail. Crew Agency is a proud supporter of our local schools, athletics, and communities, and would like to wish all the student athletes good luck in their events this week. Give them a call at 605-433-5411. Crew Agency is an equal opportunity provider.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Philip Motors, always willing to serve you with a winning combination of small-town friendly sales and service. And the latest vehicle and trucks from Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, and Chrysler. Your friends and neighbors across the West River Territory have come to depend on Philip Motors, family-owned for over 40 years, offering a relaxing, down-to-earth, comfortable car shopping experience. Search online at philipmotors.com or stop by and see their...
Welcome back to the Crew Agency Press Box. Crew Agency, serving our farmers and ranchers since 1984.
Second half basketball action about to start once again here. I wanted to come back in a little early and talk a little bit about these Lady Cougars. They started as well as you could with an 8-0 start. Hit a roadblock last week. They took on their arch nemesis, the Lyman Lady Raiders, and it was a good game. They ended up losing that in the last seconds by 1 point. And then they took on Class A Tri-Valley at the DSU Classic last Saturday in Mitchell. I was watching it with somebody that described it as a team full of Bella Williamses because they really ran the floor well. Tri-Valley did. And the Cougars were not able to pull that one off. They lost that one. So with 2 straight losses, they're trying to get back into the win column. And they're on the right track so far here tonight by a score of 25-15. Just a reminder, girls are back in action on Thursday evening. That one is against New Underwood, and I believe that also starts at 6 o'clock p.m. That's what it says. And then Friday afternoon, there will be a doubleheader. The girls and the boys will be taking on Jones County. So lots of basketball action. If you want to see it, it's going to be right here on Live Ticket because we're home all week long. And then on the following week, or during the following week, we've got Kimball Whitelake coming to town. So the Cougar girls, a lot of home games here as we're set to go back to action. And we are back to action. Cougars get the turnover here as the Eagles put it in bounds. They lost it out of bounds, put it back in for the Cougars. Here's Amiot on the left wing. There's Richardson. She puts it out front to Cassidy Williams. Cassidy feeds it back to Charlie. Charlie, long pass over to Shaylee Porch. Bella Williams catches the one that's tipped away. Here's Cassidy at the elbow. She puts up the shot. It's no good. Off the back of the rim, and the Eagles wait for the defense to clear and bring it the other direction. This is Carmen Kerstead. She bounce passes it there, but misses her target. Emmy Moon was the target, and Bella Williams ended up picking it up. Bella's going to stop at the top of the three. Let's try that one again. Tried stopping at the top of the key, put up the three-point shot. It was no good. And back the other direction come the Eagles. This is Moon. Moon starts down, puts up the drive. It's no good. Cassidy Williams pulls it away. Now a pass down court to Shaylee Porch. Shaylee lays it off the glass, and it's good. Shaylee Porch with 14 points on the night. She was able to beat the defenders down court, and the Cougars up by 12. Back the other direction, and we're going to hear a 30-second timeout whistled. So we'll take one as well. 27-15, back after this 30-second on Kadoka Area Live Ticket.
Inventory. Phillip Motors proudly supports all local school activities.
Whether you're traveling to or from the game, make a stop at Discount Fuel in Kadoka. They have a large variety of foods from hot stuffed pizza, roasted chicken, sub sandwiches, and their famous chicken gizzards. They can accommodate large groups and orders. Call them at 605-837-2271. While filling your own tank, refuel your vehicle's tank with gas or diesel. They look forward to serving your needs. Discount Fuel and Kadoka Oil. Welcome back to the Crew Agency Press Box. Crew Agency, serving our farmers and ranchers since 1984.
I think we've stumped the queen of Name That Tune. We heard a little drum solo there at the beginning, and then they cut the song off. We don't know who that was, so guess we'll have to go back to the basketball game. Here's Brittany Walker. She puts it inbounds to Carmen Kerstead. Kerstead passes over to Faith Frink. She's guarded closely by Cassidy Williams. Frink tried to drive the baseline, and she had an open shot, but she missed. Here come the Cougars back the other direction. This is Charlie. Charlie puts it up from the free throw line. She sinks it. Charlie Richardson hits her 4th point of the night, puts the Cougars up with their largest lead of the night by 14, 29-15. Pass goes cross court. It was intended for Emmy Moon, but Bella Williams knocked it out of bounds. So the Eagles will keep it at their end of the court. This is Walker, puts it into Kerstead. Carmen passes in the right corner over to Allie Kerstead. Allie dishes off to Frink. Frink lays it off the glass, and it's good. Got to cover Faith Frink off along that baseline. She's got 7 points on the night, and she can hit them from down there. Williams passes underneath the basket. Shaylee Porch goes to put it up. She's fouled by Emmy Moon. Bella's got 2 or 3 kids on the floor that she can airmail it to like she just did with that one. And Shaylee's about her best pass receiver because she's able to snag it from overhead and put up the shot at the same time. First shot's on the way, and it's good. Shaylee hits her first one as Coach Thompson visits with the rest of the girls. Cassidy Williams, Charlie Richardson, Bella Williams, Breezy Amiot. They go back to their posts. So the Cougars up 30-17. Shaylee goes to the line, puts up her second shot, and she hits it. Shaylee has 16 points on the night. Eagles bring it back the other direction. This is Carmen Kerstead. Carmen starts the drive. Now she's cut off, passes back out to Diedrichs. Now they put it in the left corner. This is Allie Kerstead. Kerstead has it stolen away by Bella Williams. Shaylee Porch brings it the other direction, lays it off the glass. No good. And the Eagles get it back, and I think Bella Williams is going to be whistled for the foul. Close to a jump ball, but Bella Williams is going to be whistled for getting her on the arm. That's her first team foul here in the third quarter for the Cougars. Haley Port's going to check in. Bella Williams going to get a break here. Keep the starters fresh for the last part of the game as the Eagles put it in bounds. This is Carmen Kerstead. They trade defenders. Brooke Diedrichs gets it out front to Carmen. In the left corner now, this is Allie Kerstead. Allie passes off to Brooke Diedrichs. Diedrichs drives the lane, lays up the underhander off the glass. It's no good. Frink gets it back, puts it in the corner. 3-pointers on the way, and it's good. That's Allie Kerstead. Pretty timely first set of points for Allie Kerstead. She hits her first 3 and pulls the Eagles back to within 11. They pass cross court over to Shaylee Porch. Shaylee puts up the left-hander. It's no good. But like she's done multiple times tonight, she drew the foul. Foul's going to be called on Carmen Kerstead. That's her second team foul for the Eagles here in the third quarter. Shaylee Porch with 16 points on the night. Goes to the line, puts up the first shot, and hits it. Brady Bashand going to check in for Cassidy Williams. So 2 Cougar starters on the bench, taking a breather right now. Haley Porch, Brady Bashand go in. Shaley hits her second. She's got 18 points on the night as the Eagles bring it back the other direction, down by 13. They got her trapped at half court, but she dishes it off. This is Diedrichs, harassed there by Bashand. Haley Porch puts it on Frink going down the baseline. Now Frink turns around, tries to bounce pass down inside, and Brady Bashand, there's a good block, but she got whistled for the foul. Brady Bashand picks up her second foul. Second team foul for the Cougars here in the third quarter. First shot's on the way is no good. That's Carmen Kerstead. Carmen's got 2 points on the night. Breezy Amiot's going to check out. Bella Williams goes back in for her. Second shot's on the way by Carmen. She hits it. And the Eagles draw back to within 12. Here comes Williams, bringing it back the other direction. Passes off to Haley. Haley drives the baseline. Has it knocked out of bounds by Frink. On the floor for the Cougars, Brady Bashand, Haley Porch, Charlie Richardson, Bella Williams, and Shaylee Porch. They pass into Williams. Bella directs traffic, now takes it down in herself. Looks back out, passes out front to Haley. To Charlie. And we're going to see a whistle away from the ball. Offensive foul called against the Cougars. Foul's going to be called on Haley Porch. That's her second. Third team foul for the Cougars with 4.5 to go here in the third quarter. Carmen brings it the other direction. Guarded there by Bashand. She dishes it off. This is Brooke Diedrichs. Gives it off to Frink. They pass down inside. They lose it, and the Cougars get it back 2-on-1. Williams bounce passes it to Bashand. And as she went to turn the corner and go to pass it off, they say she slipped in an extra step, and she's whistled for the travel. And they're going to put all the starters back on the floor. Haley Porch, Brady Bashand will take a seat. So you got your starting five back on the floor for the Cougars as the Eagles bring it to half court. This is Carmen. Picked up there. Now she passes in the left corner to Allie. Allie passes back to Carmen. They pass it, and we're going to hear a whistle. 3-second violation against the Eagles. The ball's going to turn over to the Cougars. A lot of turnovers here tonight. They pass inbounds to Richardson. Charlie crosses half court. Bounce pass to Cassidy, not expecting the ball. And as Charlie gets it back, she's fouled. Foul's going to be called on Faith Frink. That's her third. I think they're going to keep her in there. Cougars put it inbounds into Breezy. They give it to Cassidy. Cassidy with a 6-foot runner. Nice shot, but she missed. Eagles pull it down. This is Walker. Gives it over to Carmen. Carmen down in the right corner to Diedrichs. Now to, I'm looking at my program, three-pointers on the way is no good. They battle for it. This is Faith Frink that comes away with it. They pass it in the corner to Allie Kerstead. She puts up the three. It's no good. Now Cassidy Williams pulls it down, and the Cougars bring it the other direction. Long passes. Three-pointers on the way by Cassidy Williams. It's no good. Long passes usually work good for the Cougars, but these Eagles, they've done a pretty good job of knocking them down tonight. Pass underneath to Frink, and as she puts up the shot, she's going to draw the foul. The foul's going to be on Cassidy. Cassidy picks up her third. Cassidy with the third foul. She had two in the first quarter, and she's got, with 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter, picks up her third. So she's going to come to the bench. Haley Porch, the 8th grader, is going to check in. Carmen Kersted's going to come to the bench for the Eagles. Braylee Walker checks in. Second shot is on the way. It's no good. Shaylee Porch has the pass come to her with a defender right on her heel, but she brings it down court. Now they dish it off to Bella Williams. They try the long pass over to Haley, to Charlie. Charlie puts up the three-pointer off the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Shaylee. Bella eyed 3 after she pulled the rebound down. They give it back out front to Charlie. Now to Breezy. Here's Shaley. She's going to drive that lane. Now tries to pass it back off. They get rid of it, and the Cougars call a timeout before the travel's called. So timeout on the floor. We'll be back after this timeout on Kadoka Area Live Ticket.
Area for all your bulk fuel and propane needs.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dakota Country Pharmacy in Phillip is an independent family-owned business. They exist to improve the quality of life for their customers and to make their community great. At Dakota Country Pharmacy, they work hard to ensure their pharmacists and staff not only assist customers with their needs, but build good relationships with them that will last for the long run. If you want a first-class pharmacy experience
Welcome back to the Crew Agency Press Box. Crew Agency, serving our farmers and ranchers since 1984.
And welcome back. Cougars got a timeout. Oh, we need to put the signs away there, troops. We're trying to spell Cougars, and we're way out of order here. Dalton Graham's going to get him in order. There we go. Long pass put in by the Cougars to Bella Williams. Bella drives the lane, puts it up at the elbow. She puts up the shot. It's no good. She's going to be fouled. Foul's going to be called on Brayley Walker. That's her first, I believe. She's newly in the ball game. Bella Williams. Bella's got 2 on the night. Sinks this one for her 3rd point. Second shot's on the way, and it's good. Cougars with a 13-point lead as the Eagles bring it the other direction. This is Brooke Diedrichs. She passes it off to Brittany Walker. Walker crosses half, guarded by 2 defenders. Now they dish it off to Wall. Diedrichs breaks that press, gets it down inside to Frink. Frink goes to pass it off, but it goes to Williams. They put the long pass down to Shaley Porch. Shaley passes out front to Breezy, to Bella. Back to Haley Porch. Haley puts it up inside 3-point range. It's no good. And the Eagles pull it down, bring it back the other direction. This is Walker. Walker has it knocked away by Richardson, but she gets it back. They put it in the corner. This is Allie Kerstead out front to Walker. Walker starts the drive. She puts up the right-hander, lays it off the glass. It's no good. Bella Williams pulls down the rebound. Bella Williams not in the points department tonight, but between steals and rebounds, she's got to be pushing double figures on both. Bella with the 6-foot floater, no good. Breezy Amiot pulls down the rebound. Now Shaley Porch is going to put up the left-hander. It's no good off the rim. Bella Williams is there to take it. She lays it up and in. And with one of the Eagles on her back, she lays it up and in. So now Bella Williams. Foul's going to be called on Brittany Walker. Bella with her 6th point of the night. Walker's got 1 foul. That's 5 team fouls for the Eagles here in the 3rd quarter. Bella tries to convert the 3-point play at the line. She made her last 2. Now she's made 3 in a row. And we're going to see a sub come in. Bella is going to take a seat on the bench with 7 points. And Brady Bashan's going to check in for the last minute and a half of the 3rd quarter. Eagles put it in play. This is Diedrichs. Now she passes back to Carmen. Carmen back to Diedrichs. Back to Carmen. Carmen crosses half, met by 2 Cougar defenders. They put it down inside. Brittany Walker has it stolen away by Breezy Amiot. Now Breezy comes the other direction, feeds it back to Haley. To Charlie on the right wing. Back to Haley Porch. Haley gives it to Brady. They put it out front to Charlie. Charlie starts to drive down in. Charlie's going to lay it up off the glass. It's no good, but Charlie draws the foul. Cougars have been good about drawing the foul all night long. Charlie Richardson takes her opportunity to do so. Second foul on Brittany Walker. Charlie with the shooting foul. Steps to the line. First shot's on the way, bounces around, and it's good. Charlie with 5 points on the night. They switch personnel. Breezy and Shaley go back to half court. Haley Porch, Brady Bashand inside to fight for the rebound. Second shot's on the way, and it's good. Cougars with an 18-point lead, largest one of the night. Now they lose control of it. And we're going to see a timeout called by the Eagles. So we're going to take a full timeout. Back to finish up the third quarter on Live Ticket.
Independent pharmacy, then you've come to the right place. Dakota Country Pharmacy, a community pharmacy designed for you.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage.
Welcome back to the Crew Agency Press Box. Crew Agency, serving our farmers and ranchers since 1984.
(40-22). Cougars with an 18-point lead. 1:05 to go in the third quarter as Wall puts it in bounds. Cougars put on the press, but the Eagles break it. They bring it down to the other corner. Here's the three-pointer on the way off the rim, no good. Breezy Amiot pulls it down. Shot was put up by Allie Kerstead. Here's Charlie Richardson, lays it off the glass, and it's good. Charlie with a layup. Hits her 8th point of the night. They come back the other direction. Haley Porch tries to knock it away from the Eagles, but Brittany Walker gets it back. Driving the lane, laying it up. It's no good. That's Diedrichs who tried the shot and missed. And the ball touches the end line. Brooke Diedrichs tried the shot. Rebound was pulled down, and they say it touched the end line. So the Cougars bring it back. Shot clock and game clock are almost identical. 28 seconds to go. Richardson in the corner. Amiot puts up a three, and she knocks it down in. Breezy Amiot hits the three. She's got 7 points on the night, and with 18 seconds to go, Cougars come back the other direction. Or excuse me, the Eagles come back the other direction. And I can't see what the foul or what it was called. She either touched the line or said she carried the ball. Regardless, Cougars have a chance to put another one in with 13 seconds on the clock. 10 to shoot. Shaylee Porch passes off to Charlie. Charlie gets it into Haley. Haley out to Breezy. Breezy going to take the last shot. Drives the baseline, puts up the 6-footer, and she hits it. And that is how the third quarter comes to an end. Breezy Amiot hits her 9th point. It's the Cougars up 47-22, and Coach Thompson says, nice job. Back for the fourth quarter in this wild one after this 60-second timeout. Thanks for joining us on Kadoka Area Live Ticket.
Protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance.
Contact Donna Enders, your local Farmers Union Insurance agent, today.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Dylan Kessler today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Attention producers.
Welcome back to the Crew Agency Press Box. Crew Agency, serving our farmers and ranchers since 1984.
And welcome back. Cougars, with an offensive outburst there at the end of the third quarter, find themselves up by 25. But the JV girls were fairly firmly in control in their game, and they took it right down to the wire. So the Cougars got to keep their foot on the gas as they start into the fourth quarter. Charlie Richardson passes it right into the hands of Faith Frink. Here come the Eagles the other direction. Here's Walker. Madeline Rock shuts off the lane and forces a pass. Rock is in there now for the Cougars. Here's a long pass down court, and the Eagles knock it out of bounds off the forehead of one of our cheerleaders. I think that's Brooke. Brooke Webster takes one for the team and goes right back to cheering. Good job, Brooke. Cougars put it in bounds. This is Williams. She puts it in the corner to Porch. Now long pass over. Charlie Richardson puts up the three-pointer, and Charlie hits her first three of the night, and she puts herself into double figures. She's got 11. Cougars up 50-24. Back the other direction. Here's Kerstead. Carmen drives the lane, puts the underhander up, and she hits it. Boy, she split the double team. Nice job by Carmen. Back the other direction come the Cougars. This is Williams. Passes over to Richardson. Bounce pass back to Bella. And we'll see. I think it's a foul called on the Cougars. Number 50, Madeline Rock, called with her first foul of the night. What was it? Okay. Yep. Illegal screen, or so we think. Happened away from the ball. Here come the Eagles the other direction. This is Carmen Kerstead. Guarded by Williams. Passes it over to Walker. Brittany Walker. Bella Williams picks her up. Now they dish it off. This is Allie Kerstead. Bella Williams knocks it away. She's got a steal. She brings it the other direction. She lays the right-hander off the glass, and it's good. Now Bella Williams back with her 9th point of the night. And the Cougars maintain a commanding lead. Steal underneath the basket. Madeline Rock picks it up. The Eagles tie her up, and they will take the jump ball on the possession arrow. We will name our fan of the game. Thank you to Mark and Tammy Carlson with Discount Fuel. They sponsored our fan of the game tonight. And we will tell you who it's going to be here in just a bit. Eagles try to put it in bounds. Madeline Rock battles with Faith Frink. Frink gets it back. They put it out front. Three-pointer is on the way. Bounces off the back of the rim. No good. And this is Shaylee Porch. They try to push her along the sideline. Shaylee brings it right down. Now tries the long pass over to Charlie Richardson. Charlie has it go off her hand out of bounds. Shaylee Porch leads all scorers tonight with 18. Charlie Richardson's got 11. Bella Williams got 9. Eagles bring it back down court. This is Walker. Walker drives the right side of the lane. Now dishes back out. Bounce passes out to Carmen. Carmen puts it up. Has it blocked by Bella. Faith Frink grabs the ball. Puts on the spin move. Cassidy Williams going to be whistled for the foul, along with the running commentary as she comes to the sideline. That's her 4th. That's one thing. Cassidy always talks her way through it. First shot's on the way, and it's good. That's Frink. She hits it. Faith Frink has 11 points on the night, I think. That's the one on the, yep, she's got 11. Second shot's on the way. It's off the back of the rim. No good. Bella Williams pulls it down. She gives it off to Shaylee Porch as she crosses half court. Shaylee looks around, passes back out front to Bella. Bella starts around the right side, now switches directions, comes back to the top of the key, gives it back to Shaylee. Shaylee driving the baseline. Underhanded pass to Charlie. Charlie drives it, puts it up too strong, and the Eagles pull it down. This is Frink. Bella Williams gets a hand in there and knocks it out of bounds. And congratulations to Caden Patterson. He is the fan of the game. Sponsored by Discount Fuel. Yeah, there he goes. Congratulations, Caden. And thank you to Mark and Tammy with Discount Fuel for sponsoring our fan of the game. Thank you to all of our fan of the game sponsors. If you would like to be one of the fan of the game sponsors, boys or girls, contact Jody Stout, and she'll give you the information. Here go the Eagles. They drive it down inside. Now they lose it, get it back. This is Walker. Walker pulls it back outside. Passes out front to Diedrichs. Diedrichs drives the lane, tries the underhander, and she lost a handle on it as she went down in. No foul. Just lost her balance as she put the shot up. and she threw it out of bounds. So the Cougars, with a 25-point lead, bring it back the other direction. Bella Williams brings it down, dishes off to Cassidy. Now to Amiot. Breezy. Back to Bella. Looks like we got the starting 5 in there now. They try to pass it off to Cassidy, but the Eagles pull it away. This is Diedrichs. Brooke brings it down court. Starts to drive down the lane. Bounce passes it in the corner. Almost lose it out of bounds, but they pass it back into Carmen. Carmen gets it back. Now passes it back out. Over on the left side to Walker. Out front to Diedrichs. Out front to Carmen. Carmen looking for somebody to pass it to. Now they pass it to Kerstead. And the Cougars steal it away. They passed it in the right corner. That was to Allie Kerstead. But the Cougars get it back. They steal it away. Charlie Richardson on the steal. And they pass it out front to Charlie at the Cougar end of the court. Charlie brings it down, and we're going to see a timeout. Full timeout called by Coach Thompson. 4:25 to go. Cougars up by 25. Back after this 1-minute timeout on Kadoka Area Live Ticket.
Is upon us, and that means it's time to update your display and controller software, which is crucial for optimizing performance and profits. Contact the professionals at Grossenberg Implement today so you can make the most of the enhanced features and farming tools that are currently available. Optimize your efficiency, productivity, and connectivity options with a software update at Grossenberg Implement. Visit one of our 9 locations or go to grossenberg.com for more information. Grossenberg Implement, where service is the other half of a great product.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000.
Welcome back to the Crew Agency Press Box. Crew Agency, serving our farmers and ranchers since 1984.
That's right. Good times never seem so good. Our fans, for a Tuesday night, they sure have lots of enthusiasm. And congratulations to Caden Patterson, our fan of the game, sponsored by Discount Fuel. Cougars set to put it in from side court. Breezy Amiot puts it into Bella Williams. Bella crosses half court, passes to Shaley. Shaley starts down the baseline. Long pass over to Charlie. Out front to Cassidy. Cassidy to Breezy. Amiot starts down the lane, now passes off to Shaley. Shaley Porch starts down the lane. She's going to pass it off. She tries, and the Eagles pull it away. This is Kerstead. Carmen starts down the lane, lays it off the glass. It's no good, just a little too strong of a shot. Long pass down to Porch. Shaley lays it off the glass, and it's good. Over 3 defenders. Wow. Nice job by Shaley. She's got 20 on the night. Don't put the fire out now. 3:45 to go as the Eagles have it down in the right corner. This is Carmen Kerstead. Carmen covered up by the Cougars. This is Cassidy and Shaley. They bounce pass it, however. Shot put up on the side court by Brittany Walker. She puts up the shot. Shot's no good, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Cougars. Last ones to touch it. Bella Williams sets up the defense here. Looks like the Cougars going to be in a 2-3 zone. They put it in. This is Walker. She tries to put up the shot. It's no good. Walker tries to pass it off. Bella Williams gets it back, but she stepped on the end line. And the Eagles will keep it at their end of the court. Cougars exactly twice the points that the Eagles have. 54-27. They put it in bounds. 3-pointer is on the way, and it is good. That's Allie Kerstead. Allie, she's got 6 points on the night as the Cougars bring it back to their end. This is Bella Williams to Shaley. Shaley started down in, now backed out, gives it back to Bella. Bella, she starts down in, gives it back to Shaley. Shaley, 3-pointer on the way is no good. It's too strong. Scramble for it, and the Cougars get it back. But Bella Williams loses it. And she's not happy with herself. So with 2:55 to go, Eagles go to put it in bounds. Here's Bella Williams. She gives it back to Shaylee Porch. Shaylee, they get it back under control. Boy, that one was just destined to be a mess from the start. Nobody really had true control of the ball. Cougars kept possession of it, but not really control of it. But they knock it out of bounds, and the Cougars will get it back. Richardson passes into Williams, to Amiot, to Richardson, back out front. 2.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Breezy, out of Bella. Eyed three, now starts down the lane. Goes to put up the shot, it's blocked out of her hands. She gets it back, however. She goes to put up the shot, it's blocked. And here comes Carmen back the other direction, one-on-one against Shaylee Porch. Shaylee tried to take the charge, unsuccessfully it turns out. And we're going to see the foul called on Shaylee Porch. That's her third. Third team foul for the Cougars. How's our clock? Did I just kick that? Still good? All right. First shot's on the way, and it's good. That's Carmen Kerstead. Carmen's got 6 points on the night. The clock camera's right at my feet. I kick it about a dozen times a game. Second shot's on the way, and it's good. So Carmen Kerstead with 7 points for the Eagles as the Cougars bring it the other direction, and they're going to run out the clock. Use as much of it as they can. Breezy looks inside, now passes out to Richardson. Shaylee Porch. Long pass over to Cassidy. Cassidy drives the lane. Now loses the handle on it, has it knocked away, and Faith Frink saves it and puts it right back in the hands of Bella Williams. Out front to Shaylee Porch. Shaylee puts up the three. No good. Rebound pulled down by Amiot. Back out to Shaylee, and they tie Shaylee up with a jump ball. This one's going to go over to Wall on the possession arrow. And we're going to see some subs come in the ball game. Brady Bashand, Haley Porch. And I think we're going to do a playing time check here. Haley Porch is going to take a seat on the bench. I think maybe, I don't know, she played too much time in the varsity game or JV game or what the deal was. Peyton Joe Johnson checks in. Charlie Richardson, Cassidy Williams go to the bench. Also Brady Bashand checks in. Minute 55 to go. Cougars firmly in control of this one. They're up by 22. Eagles bring it the other direction. This is Carmen Kerstead. They catch her at half court. She dishes off to Walker. Walker in the left corner to Allie Kerstead. Allie starts down the lane. She dishes back out to Carmen. Carmen starts a drive of her own. She goes to put it up, loses the handle on it, and Shaylee Porch pulls it down. And Shaylee's going to bring it back down for the Cougars, guarded by Carmen. Carmen's played good defense here tonight. Bella Williams bounce passes to Breezy. Amiot. Breezy, 6-foot floater's no good off the side of the rim. Breezy tries to knock it out to one of her teammates, and the Eagles pick it up. This is Carmen. They pass it between two defenders to Walker. Now down inside to Frink. Frink puts on the brakes, lets them fly right by, and Faith Frink hits the shot. She's got 13 points. She's the lead scorer for the Eagles here tonight as the Eagles come back to within 20. 60 seconds on the clock as we take this one down. Bella Williams brings it down in, passes over to somebody, ends up with Shaylee Porch to Breezy. Breezy puts it out front to Bella. Back to Porch. Shaylee gets it. Gives it back over to Bella. They're going to play keep away here if they can. They give it to Peyton Joe Johnson. Peyton Joe had an open look at the basket and lost it. Now she goes to pass it back in bounds.
You're all right. It's okay. Shake it off. Shake it off.
32.3 to go. Cougars. It actually goes off the official, so they're going to say this one's in the hands of the Eagles. And Coach Thompson pulls off the press and sends his team to the other end of the court. 30 seconds to go as Carmen brings it down. They meet her at half court. She dishes off. This is Walker. Walker puts up the 8-foot floater. It's no good. She gets her own rebound back. She eyes the three. Now gives it in the corner to Moon. Emmy Moon bounce passes it inside to Brittany Walker. She bounce passes it back out front to Carmen. Carmen starts down and puts up the left-hander. No good, but she's fouled. I was talking to the other Coach Thompson. She and I were talking about how young this roster is. They have one senior on the roster, no juniors. and it's full of sophomores and freshmen, and we are going to see those sophomores and freshmen check into the ball game here in just a minute. First shot's on the way. It's no good by Carmen Kerstead. They're going to have to wait because they're putting in the whole roster. Carmen's going to shoot, and this is going to be Callie Caston's going to check in for her. Shaylee Porch, Charlie Richardson, Breezy Amiot going to check out of the ball game. So it's Bashand, Shelby Schofield, Carly Block, Madeline Rock. Carly Block pulls down the rebound, and Peyton Jo Johnson. So it's youngsters against youngsters. 3 seconds to go, and the Cougars are going to run out the clock, and they're going to get the win, 54-34. So the Cougar girls are back in the win column, back to a record of 9-2, and they'll be back in here on Thursday night to take on the New Underwood Lady Tigers. Fast-paced game, but it came out in the Cougars' favor at the tail end. One more thank you to our live ticket sponsors. Thank you to Farmers Union Insurance, Crew Agency, Olson's Pest Technicians, Golden West, Great Plains Tribal Health, South Dakota Social Services, Farm Credit Services of America, Discount Fuel and Kadoka Gas and Go, both located off of exit 150 on Interstate 90. Bank West, CHS, Matt McCormick, your State Farm agent, Kadoka Nursing Home, Grossenberg Implement, Donna Enders, your local Farmers Union Insurance agent here in Kadoka. Dakota Country Pharmacy, Philip Motor, Scott Carlson, your State Farm agent, Philip Health Services, Colt's Nuts and Bolts, thanks to Colton Aaron at the hardware store in Philip. Thank you to Rich and Shauna with People's Market, Kadoka Community Betterment Association, Kennedy Implement B&B Sales, Les's Body Shop, Philip Livestock Auction, Rush Funeral Home, Pioneer Review, and Western Veterinary Services. Thank you to them, Drs. Headley and Headley and Dr. Dorn, with offices here in Kadoka and in Phillips. So the Cougar girls back in the winning column with a 20-point victory. For Matthew Olson on camera, the Colonel, Jennifer Van Pelt on master control, I'm Dave Ortman. Hey, everybody, thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you again Thursday night at 6 o'clock here to take on the New Underwood Lady Tigers. Travel safe, stay warm. Good night, everybody.